Raider Nation, what's going on? It's Mitchell Renz, your host of the Raiders Report, and we got a huge announcement that I am very excited to be able to tell the entire nation, and we're going to do that a little bit later on today's program. I will say this, the 3 shows that Jeremy Chuggs and I have on tap for everybody today, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be talking about Jadeveon Clowney. I also want to talk about an interesting theory, trade idea here on today's show because there was some big NFL news that happened today, and that's one of the things that I like to be able to do on the Raiders Report. Another thing that I want to be able to do here is break down some of the players that I'm really excited to watch at Raiders Rookie Minicamp, and we got some Raiders Rookie Minicamp news to dive into today on our live episode. Then, if you haven't seen some really interesting NFL draft leaks from ESPN NFL insider Jeremy Fowler, and I also want to take a little bit more of a deep dive into something that I saw about John Spytek that I don't know if nearly enough people know about, and I want to be able to give Spytek his flowers. That's what's going to be happening today. Now, I will say this is Raiders Happy Hour. Thursday's show is we're going to get some beers flowing, we're going to get some drinks going. That's all going to be up to the nation. Every bang, we're going to put one down. So if you're somebody that's watching and you're like, you know what, I got my kid today, I don't know if I want to see you guys take some beers down, it's all good. It's totally good. Just have him close his eyes every time we get a bang. I got a question, though, out there for the nation. Which Raiders rookie has the most to prove at Rookie Minicamp? I imagine we're going to get a lot of answers around Ashton Jeanty here on this one, and I would imagine, we're going to get some of the guys that are drafted a little bit higher. But just because you were drafted high, maybe it doesn't mean that you have the most to prove, right? Like, I know Ashton Jeanty is going to make this roster. I almost could make an argument that maybe Cody Lindenberg has more to prove as a 7th-round rookie and in a linebacker room that, let's face it, it's wide flipping open. Maybe there's a UDFA out there like a Jaw Joyner that could make this squad. Maybe a Mello Dotson that could make this squad. I want to know down below from the nation which Raiders rookie has the most to prove at camp. I actually love this answer from Raider Rob 1969. He says Dante Thornton Jr. I kind of agree with you. I think if you're talking about straight line speed, we know that he's got speed. But can he be more than Darius Hayward-Bay, essentially? Cam Miller from West Mitchell. I like that answer a lot. Jeanty and Besh down there from Seth. What up, what up, what up? I see 916 Raider Malott. No idea if he can play wide receiver. Tommy Malott's got a lot to prove. I hear you. Jonathan Smith, Thornton, Jeanty from King Shaw. Raider Nation 88 is going to go with Jeanty. I see my man Darian Porter from Adam Billings. I like that one. And then one more here. Tonka Hemingway from Luda Sigla. Well, guess what? Today is happy hour, and we're going to be doing some deals on today's program. Every 100 likes, I'm going to give away a free raffle ticket for your chance to win an Ashton Jeanty jersey in the month of May. Whether it's a $5 super thanks or a $5 super chat, every one that we get, you're going to be entered in for a chance to win a Jeanty jersey, and we're going to do that raffle at the very, very end of the month of May. If you want to get in for a chance to win some money today, it's a $20 Venmo at Mitchell Renz 365. We will do a duck race at the very end of today's show. Who knows? Maybe we give away $200, $300, $400 up to y'all. Every $100 we get is going to be a beer bang, and I'm going to throw down a Happy Dad. I do have a boot here. We'll see if that one ends up going down. $200 Venmo. That one's going to count as a boot. But man, oh man, Thursday happy hour. I should also say that next week, it's still TBD. We will be live Tuesday. We will be live Thursday. I'm pretty sure that Chuggs and I are going to be live also on Wednesday for the schedule release. I was just talking to my bosses about it. It's kind of up in the air still, but I would like to be able to go out there and be able to do that. We do have 700 people already in the building, and if you want to get your questions, your comments on today's show, make sure that you use hashtag Raiders or Super Chat. We're going to be here for a good 2 hours today, no doubt about it, and it's happy hour, so if you want this to be a 2.5-hour show, 3-hour show, again, it's totally up to the nation. If you do send in a $5 for a Jeanty jersey, also attach it with a question. That way it's a 2-for-1, or I think that those are the best deals on today's program. Let's go to Ricky. What up, Ricky? Sign me up for the Jeanty jersey. Let's go, Mitch. Ricky, best of luck to you out there. My question to you is, Ricky, since you're getting in for that jersey, how many total yards for Jeanty this upcoming season? I am hoping and I am expecting, like, my minimum number for total yards for Genty that I expect is 1,500 yards. And that might be a big projection, but I would say minimum 1,200 rushing yards, minimum 300 receiving yards. That is a very realistic number that I think that the Raiders and Genty can get to, but I want to know down below what you guys are thinking. Let's go to J-Ro. What up, J-Ro? Sup, guys? How much do you think Genty paid Carlson for number 2? I don't necessarily know if Genty paid Daniel Carlson. If I was Daniel Carlson, I would look at it as maybe a little bit of a, hey, dude, I know you got $0 million guaranteed on your contract and you're in the final year of that contract. Let's not create any drama that doesn't need to be had, because in my personal opinion, when you don't hear about the kicker, that's a good thing. When you're hearing about a team's kicker, it's usually not a good thing. And Carlson went back to number 8, the number that he wore at Auburn. So I don't really think there was too much about it. Like, if Ashton Genty wants number 2, no disrespect to Carlson, unless he was Sebastian Janikowski, I don't see how you turn down the guy you just drafted at number 6 overall for the kicker. I think Carlson made a business decision for himself. Let's go to Kai. What up, Kai? Stay away from Clowney. Watched him get bagged every game, even against the Bears. We a safety, I think you're saying we want a safety or something. I'm just stoked for that man from Boise. I mean, I'll say this about Clowney. He had 15 sacks over the past 2 seasons. He's somebody that I think does provide some run stability, can also get after the quarterback a little bit. I don't want to give away my answer on today's show whether or not I would or would not go out and sign Clowney. It will be a talking point today. And, I want to give a shout out to my guy, Bryce B, number 77. He texted me. He goes, dude, are you talking about Clowney today? And the amount of, DMs that I got probably in the last few hours once the news was released that the Carolina Panthers are moving on from Jadeveon Clowney. I sat up here and I was like, all right, man, you know what? We gotta talk about Clowney today. How many rushing touchdowns for Ashton Genty this season? Let me know down below. Well, you know who was one guy that's always down to get down? He's probably flying in on his private plane for this one. Cass Joey! Bang! Come on, dude! Cass Joey says you can't get Thursday happy hour started unless I'm the guy getting it started. And you know what, Chuggs? This actually brings me up to my big announcement, because I don't know if Joey's in my head or not, but let's start this shit off right. Put me in for the jersey, por favor. Need a 5T size for my 4-year-old. Cass, you're not the first person to ask me for a toddler-sized jersey. I have to be able to confirm that we are able to get them. You, and then also huge shout out to Fabian Moreno, who was one of our huge MVPs during the draft. He's also looking for a toddler size one. You have my word, though, brother. If I can get the toddler size, I promise I got you. But I would just give you a Ashton Genty jersey, and then I'd get one for your son as well. Had a great time a few weeks ago grabbing some beers with my man, Cass Joey. But you know what? Cass Joey maybe knows what the deals of today are, because I'm going to tell y'all what our huge announcement is, but we're going to take this down Thursday Night Football. And I need 2 bangs to reveal step 2. The only way that I'm going to tell y'all what the huge announcement is if we get through all 6 steps today here on the Raiders Report, which means we are, as it stands right now, hang on a second, you're not close. One more.
Wait.
Yep.
Wait, this?
No. Just double what you had. I said that we needed 2 bangs to reveal step 2. Yep.
Okay.
Needed 2 bangs to reveal step 2. I can already tell you this. We're already past step 2. And I can already tell you this. I owe a boot here on the Raiders Report. So Cass Joey got it started. I'll tell you what step 2 is here in a moment.
I was going to say, if you want me to take
all
that
right,
down.
I got you. I'll hand Chuggy Bowl the happy dad. Because this one, did he say to put it in this name? Yeah? Okay. This one's from a man, Noah Suavemente, but he also is throwing this one up so we always remember the great Brandon Jasper, because this one's rolling in from Tuna Bay. Come on, Suave. Come on, Suave. Right now, I'll tell you this, though. That does make Suavemente not only the MVP of today's show, but right now for the month of May.
We have 200 likes, so everybody spamming Tuna. I'm going to give away 2 free entries right now to the Ashton Jeanty jersey raffle. 2 people spamming Tuna. Who wants one?
Let's go.
Who wants one?
Cass, Joey, you a real one, my man. Joey, my question to you is this. How many touchdowns for Ashton Jeanty this upcoming season? How many touchdowns for Jeanty? If y'all didn't see what I projected for Jeanty, I did put this in a video yesterday, or maybe it was, oh no, that's a lie. Chuggs and I filmed the video yesterday, excuse me.
All right, first one.
And you guys will see that later in the week.
First one getting a free entry, K-Smooth21. All right, I'm going to announce the other winner as soon as Mitch is done with his boot. Keep on spamming those tunas. Keep on spamming those tunas. And the other free entry goes to...
Man.
Let's go with Kevin Gentry.
Kevin Gentry? You're
Kevin
saying...
Gentry.
All right, so Kevin Gentry got one.
I put him in there for us.
All right, you already did?
Yeah.
Bet. Could you actually do me a favor? Could we give away 2 more spots? Because... Cass! Joey!
Bang!
Get out, ball! Get out, ball! Holy shit, dude!
Oh, tuna. Tuna. Tuna.
I'll tell you what, I feel like this show is about to get off the rails. I'm feeling better than a Knicks fan this morning.
All right, first one.
Does anybody know any Celtics fans out there? Because they're down bad today.
First one's going out to King Zay.
King Zay, you got one. You got one.
All right, Mitch, and I'm going to reverse. I'm going to go ahead and down this boot.
All right.
As soon as I'm done, I want you to just look at the screen, point, and the first name you see, I'm going to put in, okay?
Let's go. Get the tunas down below. We're going to give away some spots for a chance to win an Ashton Jeanty jersey today. Chuggs does his boots a little bit quicker, so I'm just going to warn you.
Pass, Joey.
I mean, real recognize real.
Prepared for liftoff.
Real recognize real. I think at this point, I would actually. Jesus.
Oh, my God.
All right.
All right. We're giving away 3 more entries. So, Mitch, look for 3 names while I take this boot down.
Let's go! Cast. All right, the names that are going to get a spot here for the Ashton Jeanty jersey, because we already got a flippin' gong rip on the Raiders report. Let's go with Mr. Positive, because I think Cash Joey today is Mr. Positive. We're going to get you that one. I think he's also trying to put our dicks in the dirt
here. You know where to write it down?
What?
You know where to put it? Write it down?
Crap. Yep, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, just put it right here, whatever names you see.
I got you. Oh, boy.
Oh.
Mr. Positive.
That's a way to F you up to start the show, man.
Yep.
Oh my
Cass
God.
Joey, I'm just gonna send you the Jeanty jersey for you, and I'll get your son a toddler jersey. Worst case scenario, Cass, I'm gonna do what my dad did to me until I was honestly like 19 years old.
Grow into it.
You'll grow into it. I was literally like a freshman in college, and my dad was still buying me stuff. He's like, you'll grow into it.
And Rebel.
And I was like, I think my days are growing or done.
Rebel.
Worst case scenario, we'll get a small Jeanty. He'll grow into it.
I see your guy over here, Rebel.
Oh, dude, it's wild. I'm going to give one away to Roger Chandlers. What up, Roger Chandlers? Hey, can you see that gong over there? Can you pick that up for me when you get a second? I'll tell you this, I definitely hear it. Oh, wait. Yep, the Celtics did just miss another wide open three. Cuss! Joey! How are the Knicks feeling? How are the Knicks feeling?
Go home, Rebel! Go home, baby!
Dude, I'm telling you this right now. Knicks watch parties have been unbelievable. Knicks win! Knicks win! Knicks win! I mean, when you're screaming for 4 hours and then you try to scream at the end, it's not as easy as what people think, man.
Tatum, hate him, prostate him, Knicks in 5.
Johnny Garcia, I got you down below. Johnny Garcia, I got you down below.
And he said, make it 5 for the day. Go ahead and Mark McGuire this out of the park. Roid it up. Bang! Dude, not the injection.
I mean,
Not the injection.
dude, when I was a kid, did anybody else have, it was literally called the Mark McGuire bat. It was a red bat, and it had, like right where the sweet spot would be, had like a gray area for like the ball or whatever. It was literally called like the Mark McGuire bat. Did anybody else have the Mark McGuire bat? Honest question. I don't know if anybody else did, but I hope that somebody did. I hope that somebody did, because I know I did. We got 800 crazy mother effers on today's show, and I know a lot of people right now are waiting for the big announcement that we have on today's program. I'll tell you this is off to one hell of a start here on the show. And we're already skipping ahead of some steps. You guys will see what we're talking about here. Can we reveal to everybody what step number 2 is on the Raiders report today?
Step number 2, my lord.
Step number 2, my lord. It is, I need 10 people to enter the duck race to reveal step 3. Here's what I'm going to do. Cass Joey, you're going in this bad boy. Noah Santana, you're going in this bad boy. Jerry Kester, you're in this bad boy. So I need 7 more people to enter the duck race for a chance to win some money today. Right now, it's a $20 Venmo for $30. But here's the thing. If we get 7 more people, then it's 20 to win 100. So on and so forth. I need 7 people to join the duck race, and we're going to reveal what step 2 is here. Step 3 is on the show. Let's go to Suave. Check Venmo. Bang for Tuna. Not me. R.I.P. to the great Tuna. Also, Noah, I wanted to say thank you from Tuesday's show. I know that you were trying to, get me and Nabman to hop on a call. Obviously, I think there was a little bit of miscommunication. Nabman, bro, I hope that you know I love you to the end of the moon and back, dude. And I would never, do anything like that. But also at the same time, Noah's such a good human being that he was looking out for me. He was looking out for Nav. He was looking out for the nation. And I just want you to know, Suave, that you're very, very well loved and appreciated here at this channel. Let's go to my man, Rebel. What up, Rebs? I see you, my man. Knicks win. Knicks win. Knicks win.
You got to do the arm thing.
Knicks win. Knicks win. Knicks win. You know what it reminds me of? Farley.
Yes, where he's like, I live in a van down by the river.
No, it's when he does. I don't know if he does it because he's watched Farley before, but that's what I think of when he does it. It's this. It's amazing. Reb, cheers to you, brother. Let's go to my man, Lurk. He's just lurking right now. Also, we are 16 likes away from giving away another free raffle entry for a shot to win an Ashton Genty jersey. How would you feel about signing safety John Johnson on a Devin White type of deal? I'll be real with you. Any player that the Raiders want to sign on a Devin White type of deal, we're talking vet men, 1.2 mil, I'm not going to be upset about it, right? I don't think that anybody can be upset about a deal at 1.2 mil. I was a little bit upset about the Devin White deal originally because I actually didn't think it was going to be for 1.2. I thought it was going to be for a little bit more money. But 1.2 vet men, You can't be upset about any type of deal like that. Now, here's how I would counter. If the Raiders are going out and they're signing John Johnson, who is a, true center fielder, if you will, I guess my only question of that would be if you know that safety is a need, because the Raiders wouldn't go out and sign a safety if they didn't think that it was a little bit of a need, right? My personal opinion is we're sitting here right now with the fifth most money in salary cap space, over $36 million. Instead of going out and getting a Band-Aid, let's go out and get a Justin Simmons. Let's go out and I would rather you spend $6-7 mil on a legit starting free safety instead of another guy that, quite frankly, I don't know if he's going to start over Isaiah Paul-Mao. And that's just the truth, and that's coming from me where I'm like, I think Isaiah Paul-Mao is such a good safety. The way that I would talk about Paul-Mao being a really good third safety on a team is the exact same way that I would talk about, honestly, a Jacoby Myers being a wide receiver 2 on a team. I don't know if Jacoby can be a legit number 1, and he's not the number 1 on this team. Brock Bowers is the number 1 on this team. Just like I don't know if Isaiah Paul-Mao can be a legit starting safety on this team, but I know he's a damn good number 3 on a team. I hear what you're saying. I wouldn't be upset about, again, 1.2 mil. Let's go to Autumn Win. What up, brother? Give me that jersey, Mitch. Mad Max jersey.
For a Genty jersey.
It is for a Genty jersey, Autumn Win, but if you want a Mad Max jersey instead,
if you win,
I got you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna arm wrestle you over Max compared to Genty. Genty 1,500, 19 touchdowns.
I will say though, if you think this is accurate, you might want to get a Genty jersey.
Yeah, true.
If he's gonna score 19 touchdowns this year, you might want that dude's jersey.
I'm telling you this: if Genty scores 19 touchdowns, I'm not gonna have a voice. I don't know. We're going to have to do this show in sign language come week 18.
Genty scores! Genty scores!
I don't know what touchdown is in sign language. I know this is D.
I think you just gave Genty a tech.
Yeah, probably. Or I called timeout. Get him out of here. Come on, Genty. What up?
Naidu Chiha.
Chuggs, what did the blind man say when he was walking past?
Woo! Morning, ladies.
Colt 45, a 2 zigzag. Baby, that's all we need.
Noah.
What up, Noah? The Celtics lost their lucky coin in salami.
Dude, we've been joking
You know
about
what's
this.
funny? I was going to say, do you want to tell the inside chat sports scoop here? So, Allie obviously left. Smitty's been down bad because he's like, dude, what exactly is happening?
And people were blaming him.
Yeah.
The chat was blaming him last night.
Which is crazy. I mean, let's just be like, that's insanity, dude. Absolute insanity,
Not wrong.
dude.
You're not wrong.
I did just get some people in the duck race, so I want to be able to give these guys shout-outs here. I see Randall Carter. I got you in. Darian Schofield. Hopefully I pronounced that right, my man. I got you in. Carlos Carpenter. You, sir, are in. My dad. I got you in. Gabriel Ruiz, you in. Charles G, I got you in. And then one more coming in here from Jonathan Smith, which actually means we have 10 people in the duck race. My man Jeremy Chuggs, after I read this one, can you reveal the next step?
Yes, sir.
I loved our draft and the direction that our beloved team is going. Godspeed to the nation and Semper Fi. 4 Chuggy heads, baby. Let's frickin' go. I do honestly think that we could look back at this Raiders draft. We could look back at how this Raiders offseason honestly is gone. And low-key, I think that the nation is going to be really excited about what this team has been able to accomplish, because I think Geno Smith is a lot better than what people give him credit for. I think our offense is going to be a lot better than what people think. Like, I am more concerned about the defense than I am the offense, but I kind of agree with you where I also love the direction of this draft, but you have to love the direction of the draft because I know that there's a lot of Raiders fans out there that, let's face it, the draft has been a headache for many, many years. And you always hear, oh, it's the Raiders, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't believe in the Raiders draft, which is more than a fair thing to say. But at the same time, though, I think you got to take that and almost throw it out the window because you got to look at what Pete Carroll has done his entire career. He's built through the draft, and he's been able to do it in a phenomenal way. Look at what John Spytek's been able to do. Build in the draft, do it in a phenomenal way. And then the Raiders just went out and they hired 2 guys for their front office, and Brian Stark and then Anthony Patch. 2 guys that, Patch learned underneath Howie Roseman. Stark was a big reason why Denver's had a lot of success in the draft over the past 10 years. And you bring those 2 guys into your organization. Like, our front office, our coaches, they've been there and they've had so much success in the draft. It's why I want Raider fans to buy in, because I think that there's a lot to buy into this year. It's so disgusting how thirsty I am for Raiders football, but that's a good thing. I'm excited for Raiders football more this year, probably since the 2022 season, quite frankly. Let's go to step 3 on our huge announcement reveal. We got to get 400 likes to reveal what step 4 is.
75 away?
Oh, so that's 75 likes away. I thought that number was going to be a little bit higher. We got to get 75 more likes. We're going to reveal what step 4 is, and then we're going to give away another spot for a Genty jersey. So every 100 likes today, we're going to give away a spot for a Genty jersey. I do see a few more people getting in right now for a chance to win some money. And it is, I see Luis Rod, you in. Sean Irish, you're in. Martin Eli, I got you. I think that one says Victor Lobos, I got you in. And then Rustin Long, you in. Let's go to the next super. Oh, wait. I got a few more. Philip Bogert, my lord. Philip Bogert, gotcha. And then I see Daniel Bob, gotcha. 20 right now to win $170 here on the Raiders Sports. Go to my man PG. No. I promise y'all I wouldn't do it to y'all like that. That would be a minor announcement. And all, like, this huge announcement is to do with the Raiders Report. And I'm telling you this right now.
There's going to be a lot of excited people in the chat.
There is, I don't even think people realize the news that we're going to drop today. I'm telling you, like, people aren't ready for it. I don't think people are ready for it. But no, we're not having kids for a while. Brandon, yo, what's up, Brandon? Let me just get Raiders for the 570. Can you do me a favor? You know the 2 photos that I have from the 570 crew? So, really cool story happened the other day. My dad, he works for a company which I don't know if the company name is in the photo. It's probably not that big of a deal. All right, it's fine. So my dad works for a company called GHD, and Brandon here also, I don't know if he also works at GHD, Brandon. I don't know how it works, but my dad's at the work site, and Brandon goes, yo, are you Papa Renz? And my dad's like, depends who's asking kind of thing. But Brandon, underneath his work vest, was rocking a Raiders t-shirt, and he was just like, dude, I just want you to know that, we support Mitch, we support the Raiders Report out in the 570. But, like, to me, and I truly mean this, my dad, he went to a preseason Raiders game probably like 2 years ago. And, when he's out in Vegas, when Raiders fans notice my dad, it's probably one of the most mind-blowing things ever because, like, I get it, y'all, you see me, but you don't always, like, recognize my dad. When you guys honestly do, it's super mind-blowing to me, and it always tells me that we're doing the right things here. But I wanted to give a huge, huge shout-out to Brandon and the entire Northeast Pennsylvania Raider Nation crew. I'm telling y'all this right now. We're going to grab some beers. We're going to grab some drinks. I'm going to buy some rounds. My dad's already told me that he wants to at least one time this upcoming year. So, Brandon, talk to my dad or just DM me on IG. He wants to figure out how he can drive up to the bar that you guys do all your, like, watch parties at, and he wants to be able to watch a Raiders game with all y'all. So just let me know. I'm going to send him with some money in his pockets so that way you guys can have some beers and some food on me. But, Brandon, seriously, dude, really, really greatly appreciate it. How about this, Brandon? I know he's from the 570. Let me know where your hometown is. I want to know hometown. I'm from the 570. Give me what's that, area code? Mm-hmm. I always want to say zip code. I know it's not it.
281. 281, my city.
You? 281. Tree. Oh. 800 foe.
You know what's up?
What's up with it?
Who?
Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
Genty jersey, 2,000 all-purpose yards, 25 touchdowns for 2025.
I'd love it. That'd be awesome.
I'll tell you this right now. There's nothing that would make me happier this year, and I'm saying that in the year I'm getting married. You know what I mean? Like, let's freaking run it, Genty. Let's go. What up, God family? I know it's not Raiders related, but based on my name, Robert Francis becomes first U.S.-born Pope. Prevost will be known as Pope Leo. I did see that a Pope was announced. I got to give a shout out to one of my girls, Annie Angar's her name on Twitter. She tweeted out, Chicago gets a Pope before they can get a quarterback to throw for 4,000 yards. And I DM'd her and I was like, dude, that's freaking hilarious. And I was dying laughing on it. I'll be real though, I'm not really very connected in the Pope circles.
We got to get her to Chat Sports.
She's got like 700,000 Twitter followers, so that might be a hefty price tag.
Yeah.
But Annie, if you're watching and you want a job at Chat Sports, DM me and let's figure something out. Let's go to Unstoppable. I think the S should be on the other side. Yo, what in the tuna is going on in the chat? So, got to give a huge shout out to Suavemente. Also, Cast Joey, because those guys were banging and we were giving away some jersey spots. And speaking of which, we did cross 400 likes. So how about this? Spam tuna again down below. And we're going to give away a jersey here. A jersey entry, excuse me. For somebody who's spamming tuna.
We will be giving a jersey away, just not right now.
We will be giving a jersey away, yeah, just not now. I also see Rick Rock from the 323, Michael Pear from the 559, Al from the 203, Roy Rader from the 210. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Do you see anybody that deserves a spot?
I gave one to Rick.
Rebel.
Rick Aguilar.
Rick. Okay. Oh.
And this dude has a lot of entries. He's done a lot of stuff.
I'll tell you what. Somebody asked me the other day, who is a sleeper candidate to be on Mount Raidermore by the end of 2025? I think it's Fabian Moreno, a.k.a. Night Devil! Bang! Come on, dude! Come on, dude!
He said the 602. He lives in the 520, repping the nation, competing in Iron Chef Tucson. Can the season start now? Remember, he had that restaurant in Arizona. I believe it's Bluefin. You keep on mentioning to us that restaurant in Tucson, Arizona that he always says, yo, if you come through, food's on me.
I'll tell you this. Cass Joey also lives near Tucson. I don't remember the exact city. Cass is probably like, bro, why are you telling people where I live? Cass, I'm sorry. I know like you live near there. That's on me. I shouldn't have said that probably. But I'll tell you this, dude.
His first dog's name was Lucky, and his second grade teacher was Mrs. Johnson. Probably.
I've been trying to get out to Arizona. I've actually never been to Arizona. Have you ever been to Arizona?
No. I have cousins that live in Arizona, though. I do have cousins that live in Arizona. But I do know, Night Devil, he's always shouting out his restaurant over there and is always saying, we got to come through. Maybe we got to make a visit.
I'll tell you what, man.
I'll tell you what.
I'm trying to work out some Raiders meet and greets this offseason. Could we do a meet and greet at your restaurant?
I'd love to greet that meat.
Oh, dude, there's no meat that I'd rather shake hands with than some meat from
Night
Tucson,
Devil, let
Arizona.
us know. Let us know. Meet up at your place. Hang out at your crib.
I mean, the only other place that I know where you might do a meetup is a location in Henderson, Nevada. I've been talking to a GM of a restaurant in Henderson that I want to do a Raiders meetup this offseason.
Night Devil said, come through. Just don't tell my parents.
Oh, man. My man.
They're sleeping. The real Alfonso, Genty top 5 rusher, Bowers top 5 receiver, 2025.
When you say top 5 receiver, I don't know if he's going to have top 5 receiving numbers amongst all wide receivers and tight ends, just because I do think that this Raiders offense is going to be a lot more balanced than what people realize, right? Like the other day I was on a Rundown show, and I said that I think, a guy like Jack Besh could get somewhere along the lines of 40 catches, 600 yards, and, 5 touchdowns. And that number might seem very low to some people, but I don't necessarily know if it is, right? Because I anticipate that Jacoby Myers is going to get somewhere in the 800 to 900 receiving yards this upcoming season. I anticipate Brock Bowers is going to get, in the 1,000 to 1,200 receiving yards. But now also on top of that, you're going to have Ashton Genty who's going to be putting in the work. Trey Tucker's got to be able to touch the football. I think Tommy Malotte's going to get some work as well. Dante Thornton Jr. is going to be getting some work as well in that. Raheem Mostert's probably going to chip in for another 300, 400 yards. This Raiders offense, I do think is going to be able to beat you in a multitude of ways where, even Michael Mayer, I expect Michael Mayer to get 300, 400 receiving yards. And when you add it all up, this team's going to do some really, really special things this season. At least, that's the hope. What up, Raider Rob? Put me in for a 3XL Bowers jersey. Genty, 1,400, 10 touchdowns. Clowney on a 1-year deal. You have the best damn Raider show online, and I appreciate you too. Man, I appreciate you in some of your best films. Space Jam, Jurassic Park. I'm telling you, man.
Love it.
We appreciate everything you've done, but I'll get you in for a Bowers jersey. Though if you win, I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to remember the size.
We're going to contact whoever wins.
I'll contact you.
We'll iron out the details at that point.
Yes.
L.A.
Uh-oh, Gunny. What do you got
up, fam?
for me?
Late as usual, duck race. Yep, we do have a $20 duck race on today's show, Mr. Crash Dog. And we are one bang away from, I didn't even think we were going to get here this quick, the last step, or one of the last steps, for our major Raiders Report announcement. We have something huge in the works, and I think a lot of y'all are going to be really pumped for this opportunity.
Yeah. There was a key word that he used there. Key word that Jeremy just said that I do think that this is going to be one of those things that it's going to blow some minds, and I'm really excited for the opportunity to share what we're going to share on today's show. I also don't think I did a beer bong here for my man Fabian Moreno, but
we're one bang away from showing the next step. Sergeant Fighter with an 1111 super chat. This might be the first one we've ever gotten with this. I live just south of Tucson, originally from East San Jose, and joined the Marines in Oakland. Tuna must have his hand and blessings for this draft. Simplify and RIP the great Tuna. Godspeed to the US of A. USA won the Pope battle. So I've heard.
It's a crazy thing to say. The Pope battle. What a wild statement. I did see we got another super chat from June. How about this, Chuggs? Once we get to this next super chat from June, I want to get into the first segment here on today's show just because I can already feel some of these happy dads doing their magic on me. I'm not going to lie to you. But hey, it's Thursday. Holy cow, dude. It's Thursday happy hour here on the Raiders Report. And we're going off the rails, man.
Next one up.
June.
Hey, June.
I think you're 1 month early. Need me a Genty jersey. I also hope to get a Ramsey jersey. Thoughts on Ramsey? Before the draft, I thought Ramsey was probably a little bit more of a possibility than what I think now. And it's only because we don't really need an outside corner. Jalen Ramsey would still be the best outside corner we have on this roster. But I would say, going out and finding a nickel is probably a little bit bigger of a need that we have. I love Darian Porter. I think DeCamerion Richardson's going to be a sneaky player. Eric Stokes, Jacorian Bennett, a lot of young faces in there. Some people have been saying, could we go get Jalen Ramsey and put him as a safety? I don't really think that makes sense because you got to pay him $21.1 million, and you're going to pay somebody $21.1 million to go be a free safety, somebody that's never done that. I almost would say, spend a third of the money and go get Justin Simmons. again, Jalen Ramsey is phenomenal. Not phenomenal. He's still a really good corner. I'd still say a top 15 corner in the NFL. But, like, at the same time, like, what are we going to do with the nickel? Like, if they went out and they traded for Ramsey, I would say if they did that, it's because they're confident that either Ja'Cory Bennett, DeCamerion Richardson can play in the nickel. And I don't know if I'd want to do that. I'd want to kind of keep Ja'Cory out there.
I know you said June last Super Chat, but
that's okay.
Once you read this one, you'll get why.
My first Super Chat ever, dude. David Harper. I can't always donate, but I do tune in. Much love to Raider Nation. Let's get it. You know what, David? I don't do this often, but you can blame Cass Joey, Fabian Moreno, and every other crazy mother effer in here that's made me bang. First time Super Chat from David Harper. Whoever spams David Harper the most, we're giving away a Genty jersey raffle. That's what Thursday Happy Hour is all about. It's about having a good time. There's a lot of shit that happens in today's day and age, and I legitimately want people that watch this show, and believe me, we do a lot of shenanigans. You will become a smarter Raiders fan. I literally do think that if you watch this program, but also I just want to have a good time from time to time. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing I enjoy more than being able to have a few smiles, be able to chop it up with my guy Chuggs, be able to chop it up with all y'all. It's Thursday. We got over 1,000 people in the building talking about the Raiders, and you got to be a real sicko to watch Raiders content in the middle of May. And that's why I love this channel, because I know I'm not the only one that's like, you know, what's that skit that
you disgust me, and I love it.
What's the Chappelle skit where he's like scratching his neck?
Tyrone Biggums.
I was going to say, I couldn't think of his name. I was thinking Clayton Bigsby, but that's also one of my other favorite skits that he does. That's how I am right now for Raiders football. I'm like itching at the bit to watch a little football, which actually, by the way, we are going to be doing a Madden Sim next Friday if you really want to get into some craziness. Chuggs, I'm going to take this one down.
Nathan Flores, you're in. You're not going to eat your pig's penis? You have any hot sauce? Noah, Mitch Chuggs, dudes, I appreciate you guys so much. I now meet football fans, and I'm now the most informed most of the time. LOL, feels nice.
Feels good. Feels good when it hits your lips.
It feels good to feel good.
Night Devil, did you get my info for all the draft stuff? I want to say the answer to that is yes, Fabian. I know I messaged you yesterday, so Wednesday's usually my shipping day.
I'll say this.
There's a lot of people that I need information from.
Yeah, and he's not one of the names that you gave me, so I'm guessing we have his information.
Yeah, that's probably it. We're probably good then, Fabian.
Coming up.
There's a lot of people that owe me some info that I said I'd give a Genty jersey to that I don't have the info on. So that's on y'all. I'm seeing a lot of David Harpers down below. Did we give away a spot?
I did, to Nathan Flores.
All right, baller alert. Absolutely baller alert. All right, so I want to get into the first segment here on today's show. We're going to talk about Clowney, and I'm going to tell you guys a trade idea that popped into my head. And, you know, Chuggs and I, anytime NFL news happens, there's always the how does it impact the Raiders thing that goes through my mind. And Jeremy looked at me and he goes, what about this? And I go, I love that idea. Let's figure out a way to get into the show today. So I'm going to tell you what that is, and we're going to talk about Clowney. I'm going to talk about a Zamir White trade idea. And I think when you hear me out, I'm hoping that people can jump on board with what I'm going with. So we got 3 segments on tap today. Interesting Raiders news and rumors. We're going to talk about the players that I want to watch at Raiders rookie minicamp, and then some draft intel leaked around the silver and black, and I'm pretty confident we're going to be making a huge announcement.
Just checking. We're still same good for the promo for Panda?
Yep.
Okay. Just wanted to double check.
I got you.
All
Y'all
right.
ready? Y'all ready to get into some Raiders content? Chuggs, give me a thumbs up. Coming up, let's talk about Jadeveon Clowney and a Zamir White trade idea here on the Raiders Report. Raider Nation, what's going on? It's Mitchell Renz here, host of the Raiders Report. And coming up here on today's show, I'm going to give you guys a Zamir White trade idea, and I say this because something happened in the NFL today that I almost wonder opens up the door just a little bit for the Raiders to potentially trade away Zeus. And then the question that I got today multiple times, and I got a text message from our guy, Bryce B. Shout out to you. He was like, dude, would you go out and sign Jadeveon Clowney? I'm going to give you my answer to this one here on today's episode. Before I do, though, huge shout out to our sponsor, Panda Supps. Use code GENTY for 25% off. Also, a little bit later in the show, I'm going to tell you guys what my wedding stack is. The products that I've been using from Panda Supps that have helped me lose probably 15 to 20 pounds over the past 2 months, and I'm trying to get into good shape for my wedding, which I don't know if you guys have been able to tell or not. Let's get into the news, though, and the big NFL news that happened today is the Carolina Panthers. They released Jadeveon Clowney, and he had 5.5 sacks last season with Carolina. As soon as any time big NFL news happens, I always sit there and I go, either A, does it make sense for the Raiders to go out and get him, or B, would the Raiders even be interested? So my question to the nation out there, and this is the number one question that I want you to answer, should the Las Vegas Raiders go out and sign Jadeveon Clowney? If you're like, yes, Mitch, they should, I want you to type sign down below. If you're like, nah, dude, we don't really need him, I want you to type pass. For me personally, I look at Clowney as being an opportunity that the Raiders could go out and they would sign him. And I'll tell you this, if I was Pete Carroll and John Spytek, I would go out and sign Clowney. Now, that's being said, I'm not going to go out and spend him a lot of money. I'm thinking like $5 million, $4 million, give him some incentives, because if he's not getting after the quarterback, then obviously that changes my overall thought process. But here's why, if I was the Raiders, I would go out and I would sign Clowney. He had 15 sacks the past 2 seasons, and he's also been a very productive player over the past, 4 or 5 years. Like, I know we always look at sacks, especially with an edge rusher, and Clowney has struggled getting some sacks, and I know that he's never had double-digit numbers. He's been a player that was the number 1 overall pick. I still remember the South Carolina hit that he laid on the Michigan Wolverines, but I do think that Clowney can still help a football team. 46 tackles last season, 5.5 sacks, 9 tackles for loss, and that was on one of the worst football teams in the league last year in the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers moved on from Clowney to save money. And I think that they're also doing it because Carolina's in a rebuild. So it doesn't really make sense for Carolina to pay somebody that's getting up there in age. I know that the Raiders are in their own little rebuild mode right now, but this is a football team that wants to win, and they want to be able to win right now. So when you look at what Clowney has done over the past 4 seasons, you're telling me somebody that has put up the amount of numbers that he has put up, and he's, again, reliable in the running game, and he's reliable to get after the quarterback. I don't need somebody that's going to be a lot of money, but if you're telling me I can get him at like a $4 or $5 million deal, throw some incentives in there, hell yeah, I'm interested in Jadeveon Clowney. Let's go to the next reason here. Think about this offseason. One of the players that the Raiders really wanted to bring back, and one guy that I was a little bit upset that we weren't able to bring back, Jadeveon Chason. Jadeveon Chason was a former Carolina Panther and had tons of talent, and we were able to figure out how to get the most out of him in Rob Leonard. I know that there are some concerns around Jadeveon Clowney, but we were able to turn Jadeveon Chason into a 5-sack player, 32 tackles. I don't want people to look at the question of should you go out and get Clowney and only think of Clowney. That's not what the thought process should be. It should go, do we still have Rob Leonard? Yep. Do we still have Patrick Graham? Yep. Do we want to be able to find a Jadeveon Chason replacement? Yeah. Why not try to go out and do it with Jadeveon Clowney, a guy that was just a part of the Carolina Panthers? I think that I believe in Rob Leonard so much. It's why I would go out there and do it. Let's go to the other reason here. Connections matter. Relationships matter. If you don't think connections and relationships matter, you haven't been watching the Raiders at all this entire offseason. And the fact that Clowney played for Pete Carroll with the Seattle Seahawks back in 2019, the relationship, check it off, because this one might matter the most. In 2019, Clowney had 31 tackles. He had 3 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, and he had 2 touchdowns. He had a pick-6 touchdown. He had a fumble recovery touchdown, and he also was, again, very solid against the run. I mean, look at these 2019 PFF grades. in 650 snaps, an overall grade of 87.3, a pass rush grade of 79.1, a run defense grade of 80.8. If the last memory that Pete Carroll has is the 2019 version of Jadeveon Clowney, then I think that that's going to be a memory that Pete Carroll sits back there and he goes, all right, this guy was a good player for us. This was somebody that helped us win some football games. And I get it. Maybe he hasn't been as good, but when you go through and you look at Jadeveon Clowney from a career standpoint, from 2014 all the way up, his second highest graded PFF season of his career, 2019 with Pete Carroll. Let's go to the next reason here of why I would do it. We have money to spend. Like, I want to be able to allocate money to the Colton Miller extension. I want to be able to allocate money to the Jacoby Myers extension. And I'll be real, I would tell Pete Carroll and John Spytek before we go out and sign Clowney, let's get those two deals done because that's a higher priority to me. But if you got the money to do it, and if there's a need there, $36.8 million in cap space left, that's fifth most in the NFL, we can do that. But then we knew that the Raiders were interested in Jalen Walker. Think about all the reports this offseason about the Raiders looking for a true outside linebacker edge rusher. I mean, that's what Clowney is, and that's what he's able to bring to the table. If we didn't have any money, no, I really wouldn't do it. But we have plenty of money to go get Jadeveon Clowney because it's not going to cost all that much. Here's one thing I will promise you, though. If the Raiders make this deal, we're going to go live. And anytime that there's Raiders breaking news, we go live here on the Raiders Report. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure your notifications are turned on. And I want y'all to join the Noti gang. Because you know what? People that are a part of the Noti gang, I know when I go live, y'all are going to be here. So shout out to Clint. Shout out to Twinkie. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to RJ Van. I see y'all are part of the Noti gang, and you take pride in being in that comment section when I drop a video. It means a lot to me. Let's go to the last reason here of why I think that the Raiders should go out and sign Clowney. Compete. And that's a key word. Compete with Tyree Wilson. If you don't think that bringing in Jadeveon Clowney lights a fire underneath this guy's ass, it's time to wake up. And I know that he's already knows that his back's against the wall. It's the third year. But one of the players that I compared Tyree Wilson to when he was first coming out was Jadeveon Clowney, a long, a lanky, very athletic player that when he's right, he's really good. And I honestly would want Clowney to put his arm around Tyree and say, hey, this is how I think that, what you should do, and here's what we should try to go out and accomplish. Because if you have an older Clowney and you have Tyree Wilson, it is going to get the best out of Wilson. And that's almost one of the most important things that I think the Raiders got to try to accomplish this season. I mean, imagine if the light bulb goes on this season, he plays like a number 7 overall pick. I mean, we might have the best defense in the National Football League. And if Clowney is a player that helps make that happen, that's a good $4 to $5 million investment. Like, I'm not spending $4 to $5 million on just Jadeveon Clowney in that mind. I'm spending an extra $4 or $5 million for a guy that's going to go out there and compete to get the best out of Tyree Wilson. That sounds like really, really good money being spent. Coming up next here on the show, I'm going to get into my Zamir White trade idea because something also happened today around the NFL that makes me wonder, could we trade Zamir White? And I don't know if there's a single NFL team out there that would want Zamir, but based on something that happened today, I think that there might be one team, and I think Zamir White would want to play for that NFL team. I'll tell you who that is here in just a moment, but I do want to give a shout out to Panda Supps. Again, whether you need some protein, some pre-workout, whether you need some BCAAs, a fat burner, they got all sorts of products, and I just need you to use code GENTY for 25% off at pandasupps.com. Now, one of the things that I said I would show y'all is these are the products that I am using right now to help me get in shape for my wedding. I use their Fuel Premium Protein. I have a strawberry one, and I have a chocolate one. Strawberries here at work, chocolates at home because I crave chocolate at night. I have my BCAAs, my EAA, which is something that I use after I work out. Also, like a Thursday happy hour to make sure I'm hydrated. I use that. I use my creatine monohydrate because I want to try to, bulk up a little bit and make sure my muscles are healthy. And then I've been using Cuts, which is their fat burner. And I've legitimately lost 15 to 20 pounds probably in the year of 2025. I'll admit, football season, we put on some weight because we're not afraid to get after it. But if you guys are trying to get into good shape, and maybe you've noticed it, maybe you haven't. I don't know. I feel like I've noticeably have lost weight and I'm getting into better shape. It's because, yeah, I'm eating right. Yeah, I'm working out, but I'm also using products to get the most out of my workout, and I hope that you guys go try it out because I'm telling you, Panda Supps is got the best protein on the market. If you don't want to try anything else besides what I talked about, you got to try their protein. It is the best protein you'll ever have. 25% off at pandasupps.com. Use code GENTY. I can't tell you it's going to make you look like Genty. That guy's an alien. But you're at least going to lose some weight. You're going to look a little bit better, and you're going to be able to help a Raiders fan. Let's go to the news that happened today that makes me wonder, could we trade away Zamir White? So the Panthers running back Jonathan Brooks tore his ACL during Week 14 last season, and basically only played, 3 games as a rookie guy out of Texas, and this was actually one of the top running backs in the 2024 class, and now he's out the entire year already. So when you look at what the Carolina Panthers running back depth chart, I get it. They got Chuba Hubbard. They got Rico Dowdle, and that's probably going to be their top 2 backs there. They drafted ETN. But if I was sitting there going, if they also had Jonathan Brooks, who is a physical running back, Brooks is light years better than what Zamir White is. But I think in terms of what Zamir White would want, he would probably want to go play for a team that he wants to go play for. And I don't know what teams out there would want him. But I'll tell you this, if I was the Raiders right now, if I was John Spytek and Pete Carroll, I would pick up the phone and I would call the Carolina Panthers and I would say, do you have any interest in Zamir White? And I say that because I don't think Zeus wants to be a part of this Raiders organization. Not because he doesn't want to be a Raider. I think that he knows that his time here is done. The Raiders drafted Ashton Genty, and if I would imagine he probably looks at his contract, sees that he's going to be a free agent next season, and he would probably go, I'd like to go play for a place where I actually have a chance maybe to get some touches out there, because he ain't going to get any touches here for the Raiders. So the fact that Jonathan Brooks is out for the 2025 season, maybe Zamir White would want to go back to where he grew up. So he grew up 2 hours from Bank of America Stadium, which is where the Carolina Panthers play. And anybody that follows Zamir knows how important his ranch is and how important his horses are to him. It's where he spends his entire offseason. So what if we could send Zamir White to Carolina, located 2 hours away from where he lives, where he grew up, where he went to high school, where all his family is? I think that we got to look at this sometimes as not just a football way, but just a normal human being type of way. And you can't tell me Zamir White wouldn't want to be that close to where he spends all of his off seasons, and he could just go play for the Carolina Panthers. So I'm not going to ask for a lot. I'm only going to ask for a 7th-round pick, because I think that that's all you're probably going to get, and you're going to be able to save $1.1 million. So if I'm the Raiders, I go, all right, I get to save $1.1 million in 2025, and I'm going to use that $1.1 mil, and I'm going to put that money towards going out and potentially getting a guy like Jadeveon Clowney, because who would help the Raiders win more games this season? Zamir White or Jadeveon Clowney? Quite frankly, if Zamir White touches the field this season, it's absolute panic mode and pandemonium throughout the Raiders square. There's no reason why Zeus should touch the football field this season. So if we feel that way already, then let's just trade him away for a 7th-round pick. And I think it's a good way that we have a good handshake, we split up, and we go our separate ways. Because what I don't want is I don't want more running back drama. And I get it. Josh Jacobs' situation is totally different. But you can see that Jacobs still feels some type of way about the Raiders, and we're still talking about it to this day. What I don't want is another situation around a running back that we know we're going to move on from. Let's do right by Zamir. Let's help out our football team. Let's put some more money in our pocket, and let's just be our separate ways. I think it makes sense for both sides. So reminder, y'all, if you do not know, we are going to be doing some Madden live streams starting May 16th on Friday, because it's the Raiders offseason. A lot more live shows. 4 live shows a week. Now, we're going to do it a little bit different than what we did last season. Tuesdays and Thursdays are still going to be our 3-segment shows where we're breaking down Raiders content. On Monday and on Friday, all you're going to get is a Raiders Madden live stream. We'll go live early. We'll tailgate for it. We'll have some drinks. We'll have a good time, because I don't know about y'all, I am so thirsty for some Raiders football, and I enjoy doing our Madden sims, and I think that people also have a good time doing them as well. On Monday and on Fridays during the offseason, on the dates that you see up there, our plan is to go live and do a Raiders Madden sim. Now, the new schedule comes out the 14th of May, which is Wednesday, 6 days from now. And I plan on going live for that again. It's still in the works, but I'm pretty confident we're going to go live for that. And then once we get the entire schedule, we'll upload that, and then you guys know. And it's always fun to see how each game, how each team goes. I'll admit, our Madden seasons last year were very inaccurate, but we had fun doing it. And at the end of the day, man, it's May, June, and July, and that's what it's about, having a good time. And I promise you, you're going to be a smarter Raiders fan, and I guarantee you're going to be having a lot of fun when you watch this show. All right, y'all, I got a question out there. Knicks, Celtics, Warriors, Wolves, Thunder, Nuggets, Pacers, Cavs. What's the best series? 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is the series that you're like, this is by far the best NBA playoff series? I'm going to start with you.
I'm going to go with number 1.
Pick number 1, my lord.
I'm going to go with pick number 1, my lord. The Warriors T-Wolves is going to get interesting because Curry's out for maybe a week. So that's going to be like, what, 2 or 3 games at least? Depending on how those games go, if the Warriors can steal one more and it's a 2-2 series when Curry gets back, I'm typing my 2. But yeah, I'm right now I'm going number 1. Maybe just chat sports bias.
Probably a little bit of some chat sports bias in there. I mean, for me, I agree with you that there's no other series that I'm looking forward to more. Again, we have a Knicks channel, we have a Celtics channel here at Chat Sports. Number 2 for me is Warriors Wolves, and that's just because again we have a Warriors channel, but Warriors are a team that I do root for because I know there's a lot of Raiders fans that are Warriors fans. Like, I don't really have a favorite NBA team, but because I know there's so many people that watch this show that are Warriors fans, like Raider Ron, LA Crash Dog, like I root for those teams, honestly, like for y'all, because I want y'all to be happy. Thunder Nuggets, I just found out that series is 1-1. I thought the Thunder were up 2-0.
Mitch this morning, dude, series over for the Nuggets. I go, it's 1-1.
No, I didn't. Pacers, Cavs. It's also a very good series.
Pacers
What do you think's more likely? Celtics come back from 2-0 or the Cavs come back from 2-0?
Oh, Celtics.
You think?
Cavs have no backbone. Those are young guys.
Do the Celtics have a backbone?
They have guys who've won a championship. Cavs don't have anybody like that on their team.
But to say that they don't have a backbone, I think the Celtics have proved that they have less of a backbone than any team in the NBA.
No? It's definitely the Celtics. You're telling me you would trust the Cavs over the Celtics?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying for you to say that the Cavs have more backbone than the Celtics have more backbone than the Cavs.
Yes.
After how those 2 games went, blowing 20-point leads?
I mean, but it's not like they played bad.
Who?
The Celtics. They had those 20-point leads. Yes, they folded at the end, but I mean, they garnered a 20-point lead. It's not like they were getting, whooped
Played
up on.
bad. They were terrible in the 4th. Oh, man. I don't know, Chuggs.
I just
Joey Ross says I agree with Chuggs.
I'm going
All right.
with Tatum and Brown over. Who do you think the best 2 players on the Cavs are?
Donovan Mitchell is the only guy I know on the Cavs. I'm literally, it's the only guy.
There you go.
It's the only guy that I know.
The only guy I know.
Fabian Moreno! Bang! I owe another one, though. I'll make you a deal. If we get one more Venmo bang, I'm doing a boot. 60 seconds on the clock. Here we go. 60 seconds on the clock. It doesn't have to be from you, Fabian. It can be from anyone. It can be from anyone.
What is the next step?
I don't even know what the next step is. See, I was going to do can you just change that to, I don't even know.
I can set a goal real quick.
You can set a goal real quick? Set it to like, I don't know, some like Genty jersey raffles or something like that. I trust you. This is wild, dude. Wild, dude. Fabian Moreno with another one. Also, speaking of another one, we are 18 likes away from another Genty jersey raffle giveaway. Wild, man. I'm going to ask Brett if he can get me something. Hey, Brett. Hey, Brett. I thought I just saw him. Now he's gone. Can you get me a few dads? Can you get me some dads? Enough for a boot.
All right. Here we
Enough
go.
for a boot. All right, need to complete the super chat goal to reveal step 6.
Which is,
I'm listening.
we have 30 minutes
I think that's enough.
to get. Yeah. We have 30 minutes to get 15 more Ginty raffle entries.
Yeah, he's like, I got you.
30 minutes.
It's. I'm actually proud that I spelled announcement right. I learned today that I can't. Well, not that I learned today that I can't spell. I learned today that I can't spell announcement. There is. It sneaks up on you.
You know why they do that, right? Because you're giving an announcement.
I saw something today on Twitter that said like it was a tweet and the girl said it was something about DNA. And she was like, we've lost all hope in society because it was D and an A. But at the N in DNA is an and. Is it not?
I think you might have gotten got. I don't think.
Did I get got?
I don't think the N is and.
What is it then? What does the N in DNA stand for? I don't know.
I just know the N was and.
I saw it and I was like, I have no
You
idea.
got two parts to your DNA. You have the D and the A.
You got the D in it and then you got the A. All right. Yeah, it's going to happen. We're going to happen from time to time. All right, I got enough dads in here. Oh, it's perfect top. Perfect top off. I'll tell you that.
We're at Tom Davis. Okay, there we go.
Who?
There we go. Tom Davis.
Tom. Need free safety and coverage linebacker more than Clowney. Completely agree with what you're saying. But I'll also go with this. You can never have too many edge rushers in the NFL. You can never have too much defensive line depth in the NFL. And just considering where the Raiders are at, again, like, I like this Raiders defensive line. But isn't there like a part of you out there that goes, man, think about what the Raiders did for Levon Chasen. Imagine what they could do with somebody like Jadeveon Clowney. Again, like, it's not I don't totally disagree, but at the same exact time, like, we have money to go get Clowney, go get a free safety, and go get a coverage linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have the ability to do all of those things. I don't disagree with what you're saying at all. Like, I would rather a Justin Simmons than Jadeveon. Though, I would say the best coverage linebacker out there is Kaiser White. I'd actually rather have Jadeveon Clowney than Kaiser White. What up, DeMokes? Was talking about you today. Can't wait for the season to start. Our quarterback going to go crazy. We picked up a running back in the draft, and we traded for our quarterback too. Let's go. I didn't get this at first.
Never change.
DeMokes, yeah. Stay real, DeMokes. Stay real, DeMokes.
Noah, as a Laker fan, Mitch, I trust I still would say Celtics have more backbone. They are the defending champs.
They are the defending champs, but what have they shown? I mean, like, what have they shown that proves to anybody that they have a backbone?
They're the number 1 seed this year.
They're not, though.
Who's the number 1 seed?
The Cavs.
Number 2 seed?
I mean, I just seeing a team fold, and I tweeted it out. I was like, the only logical explanation is Josh McDaniels.
But see, your whole argument is just the Celtics. You're not even thinking of the Cavs side.
I'll be real. I have not watched a minute.
You're like, the Cavs have more backbone.
But it's because watching those Knicks and Celtics games, like, that's a team that's just, like, tight buttholes.
I know.
Tight buttholes
but
in
you're
Boston, man.
You're like, the Celtics, no backbone. Cavs, backbone.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying...
The whole argument is who has more backbone.
Correct.
The Cavs or the Celtics.
Yes. And I'm simply saying that the Celtics have no backbone.
That's like me asking you, what do you like better, this pizza or that pizza? And you're like, well, I haven't had that one, so I'm going to go with that one.
Fair. But if you already knew that one pizza you had was terrible, in your mind, you're going to go, I'm probably going to like that one more.
That's a good point. You're like, this pizza cannot be worse.
It cannot be any worse. Sergeant Fighter, this Marine, former pro boxer, college grad, former Fed, and Christian. Nation, please pray for my mama, Elma. She is fighting cancer. Gracias and Godspeed. I think you are the only other person I've ever met that is related to somebody by the name of Elma. One of my really good buddies when I was younger, his mom's name was Elma. But prayers up, man. Can we get one? Can we get some prayers, some prayer emojis down below for our guy, Sergeant Fighter? And when you get a second, if you could check the message that I sent you, that would be much, much obliged. Genty like challenge idea. We take the average of likes for the rest of the video till game 1, and that's how many rushing yards he would have.
I like it.
So you're telling me right now, hypothetically speaking, Genty would have 621 rushing yards.
It's because y'all didn't hit the like button.
I'll tell you this, that makes me nervous.
Bri.
That makes me very, very nervous. Bri Nation, here's the thing.
We need 13 more $5 super chats to get to our last step.
Correct.
13 more $5 super chats.
Correct.
And this one's rolling in from
Fabian Moreno. Bang! A little switch hit. A little switch hit action, man. Oh, man. I see Luda, Mark Rossman showing love. Radar Nation 80. Rion, I got you down below. Jay Gonzo showing love. Misty Williamson showing love. Jonathan Smith said F cancer. I feel the exact same way. And again, you know, some people get tattoos for certain reasons. I got a tattoo. I never wanted a tattoo in my entire life. Never, ever even thought about it. Never even wanted it. And then I saw the tombstone of my grandfather, and he had these prayer hands. And I was like, I've never wanted something more to be tattooed on me. And then that was the very first tattoo that I wanted. But I ended up getting this one first. And again, it's a cancer ribbon. I've lost a lot of family members to cancer, my mom and on my dad's side. And it's a battle. And quite frankly, the way that you beat it is, like, you got to have the right people in your corner. You got to make sure that Elma's spirits are always at an all-time high. And it's not a, solo battle. So it's a whole family battle, man. And I want you to know that. You probably already do know that. All right, man. I got to throw down another boot here for Fabian Moreno, a.k.a. the Night Devil. We're going to throw down a boot. And we got to get into our next segment. Because I'm telling you this, we're already feeling a little bit of the loosey-goosiness. Somebody's goose is getting loose tonight. That's all I'm saying. Somebody's goose is getting a little bit loose. Here's my question. Do I do the boot now or after the segment?
I'll say after.
Chuggs is giving me an after look. All right. I'm gonna do it after. How about that? We're gonna do the boot right after. You boys gotta calm down here a little bit. Mark says do it now. Rich Kelly said duck race ? We have a duck race. It's a $20 Venmo at Mitchell Renz 365.
And we need
Rebel. Do it during the cut. That's wild.
We need 13 more $5 super chats to get to the last step for our major, huge, insane announcement.
A boot during the cut would be insane.
You know what? How about this? If we hit our goal during the cut, I'll give you a cue and you can do the boot at the end of the cut. Deal?
Okay.
So we need 13 more $5 super chats. Mitch will end this cut with the boot.
That's wild. I actually don't think I've ever done that before. I legitimately don't think I've ever done a boot in a cut.
If y'all want it during the cut, 13 more $5 super chats.
That's
not
wild.
more, not less. $4.99 or $5.
Rebel said deal. All right. Rebel said deal. So here's what we're going to do. And yeah, we're already getting this thing going. Coming up, we're going to talk about some players at Raiders rookie minicamp, and I've ranked them based on which guys I'm the most excited to watch. I'll also tell you why I'm excited to see certain guys and why I'm not as excited to see other players during Raiders rookie minicamp. You ready? You ready? Coming up, let's break this one down, and then I think this is really going to turn into a shit show. Raider Nation, what's going on? It's Mitchell Renz here, host of the Raiders Report. And coming up on today's program, I'm going to give you guys some Raiders rookie minicamp news. And then also, I have ranked the players that I am most excited to watch. And I've also broken these players up in terms of the guys that the Raiders drafted, so those 11 players, and then the Raiders UDFAs, because I didn't think it was fair to blend them together. So you're going to see both of those rankings, drafted and UDFAs. The news that you need to know is that rookie minicamp begins Friday, May 9th, and it's going to go all the way until May 11th. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday is how it gets broken down. The rookies are expected, and they were told to be in Las Vegas by today. This is when I'm filming this video on May 8th, so keep that in mind. It's also important to know that this isn't mandatory for veterans. It's only mandatory for rookies, though when you have a new regime, Pete Carroll, John Spytek, one of the things that I'm really going to be looking at is which veterans do end up showing up, because those are the guys that I would sit there and go, that's a real one right there. So if you don't know who the Raiders draft picks are in 2025, you're definitely not subscribed to this channel. Hit that sub button. But we got the first players here were Ashton Genty, Jack Besh, Darian Porter, Caleb Rogers, Charles Grant. On day 3, it was Dante Thornton Jr., Tonka Hemingway, J.J. Pegues, Tommy Malott, Cam Miller, and Cody Lindenberg. So in the first part of today's program, I am going to rank those 11 players based on which players that I am the most excited to watch during minicamp. In terms of the UDFAs, right now we have, Ja Joyner, Parker Clements, the best facial hair I've ever seen, Matt Jones, Mello Dotson, Jared Hufford, Trevon Mai, Carter Runyon, Haj Malik Williams, Greedy Vance, Hudson Clark, John Humphrey, Pat Conroy, Jalen Walker, Zachary Franklin, Anthony Booker Jr., and I do also have Lockie Tossie, who is the Raiders International Pathway Program player. He's also going to be in that realm just because I don't think it's fair to put him in where the rookies are. It's also not fair to call him a UDFA. So my question to the nation out there is this: which Raiders rookie has the most to prove at rookie minicamp? Maybe some of y'all are like, you know what, we drafted Genty, number 6 overall. That's the guy that's got the most to prove. Or, maybe you're looking at a Cody Lindenberg who was drafted in the 7th round. He's fighting for a roster spot. I mean, MJ Devonshire didn't make this team last season being drafted in the 7th round. And the fact that also the linebacker position is way, way more open. We know Genty's going to be the starter. I just want to see down below which Raiders rookie has the most to prove at rookie minicamp. Let's go into the very first player here at number 11. I'm going to go in terms of players that I am excited to watch is Cam Miller. And it's no disrespect to Miller. It's just I don't really anticipate Cam Miller to make an impact on this team. He's going to go out there and he's going to battle with Aiden O'Connell, but Aiden O'Connell to me is still the quarterback 2 of this roster. Coming in here at number 10, it's going to be Caleb Rogers. And I'm a little bit lower on Rogers. Maybe there's some people out there, but I want to see where they use him. If it was up to me, I'd see how he looks at the right side of the offensive line. I think that that's what the Raiders are going to do. I anticipate a lot of right guard, a lot of right tackle work for Caleb Rogers. Coming in here at number 9, it's Charles Grant. I want to see how he develops and what he looks like going up against NFL talent. He dominated guys at William and Mary, but is he going to be able to go out there and show me that he can get better and better and better at the NFL level? And I want to see how confident he is going up against NFL players. Coming in at number 8, Tonka Hemingway, the defensive tackle the Raiders took at 135. There's a lot of depth at the defensive tackle position, but also because he's a little bit of a tweener. Is he going to be the next Adam Butler? How much is he working with Adam Butler? Coming in here at number 7, it's going to be J.J. Pegues. There was a part of me that almost wanted to put Pegues at number 1 because he's somebody that's lined up at tight end. He's lined up at edge. They used him as a fullback. I want to know where the Raiders are using him, and he's going to get most of his work at defensive tackle, but J.J. Pegues, it's going to be fun to see how the Raiders use him, and I want to see how he's practicing. Coming in here at number 6 is going to be Dante Thornton Jr. I want to see the speed. I want to see if this is legit 4.3 NFL speed and how it stacks up. I want to see how our defense tries to go out there and defend them. I want to see overall just when you add somebody that is 6'5", when you add somebody that runs a 4.3, and if it's clearly different, because I still remember to this day when I used to work for the New York Jets, funny enough, when I worked for the Jets, Geno Smith was the quarterback for the Jets, and I can remember watching Chris Johnson run. I can remember watching Jacoby Ford run, and seeing those guys legit 4.3 speed, it's different. Now you get to see it potentially at 6'5". That to me is going to be very different. I do want to give a huge shout out to everybody that is subscribed to this channel, and I am probably going to be making some videos over the weekend just because we're going to get some minicamp updates. So please hit that subscribe button. Please turn on those notifications because if I make a video on my off day, I hope that you guys see it. Shout out to Seth, Darth Raider, Alberto, and Jonathan Johnson for being a part of the Noti Gang, for being one of the very, very first commenters on the video that I dropped on Thursday. Let's go to number 5 here. I'm going to go with Cody Lindenberg at linebacker. Going to be fighting, for some potential starting time, and I want to see what he looks like up against Amari Gaynor, Tommy Eichenberg, Amari Burney. Is this somebody that potentially gets a starting job? We'll see. He's got to have a lot of competition out there for him. Coming in here at number 4, it's going to be Tommy Mellott. Lined up at wide receiver, was one of the best interviews I've ever had here on this show. Showed me that he's prepared, is a much better athlete than what people realize with that 4.39 speed. Are they going to line him up at quarterback? Are they only going to use him at wide receiver? We know he's going to get some special teams work. Tommy Mellott's going to be really fun to watch. At here, number 3 is Jack Besh, and I am so much more higher on Besh now than what I was when the Raiders originally drafted him, and I just want to see somebody that goes out there and is going to try to beat the shit out of you, and I mean that in the most respectful way possible. I want to see Jack Besh going out there and hitting guys, and I can't remember who it was. I think it was actually Crosby when he was a rookie. He was getting yelled at by John Gruden because he was going out there and he was almost doing too much, and guys were like, dude, you realize it's May. Crosby didn't care because that's that mindset. Jack Besh has that mindset. Coming in here at number 2 is going to be Darian Porter. I think that this man has the opportunity to be the best corner on our team right now, and he's only got 1 year of cornerback experience. Remember, he was a wide receiver at Iowa State for 5 years, and then they converted him to corner. Is it quickly being able to, is he getting it right away? Does he have a chance to be a Richard Sherman? I sure hope so. And then number 1, I know I said earlier on the show, is it Genty, is it not? You can't tell me that if you're going to minicamp or if you're trying to watch the Raiders, you're telling me that Ashton Genty isn't going to be the number 1 guy you're the most excited to watch? That's my answer. I mean, I can't give you enough reasons. This show would be 30 minutes if I sat up here and I gave you every reason why I want to watch Ashton Genty. That's going to be the future of this offense with Brock Bowers, JPJ, and that's the guy that I want to go out there, and that's the guy I want to be able to watch. If you're trying to get your hands on an Ashton Genty jersey, you can go to chatsports.com/Raiders jerseys, or you can go to chatsports.com/Genty. Now, if you're like, Mitch, I don't need a Genty, I want just a Max Crosby, a Geno Smith jersey, then you should definitely go to this link down there below, which is going to be available to y'all down in the comments and in the description of today's video. And if anybody out there wants to get in our Genty raffle, I hear you loud and clear. It's a $5 super chat, or if you're unable to watch our shows when we go live, you can send in a $5 super thanks to also be entered, and we're going to announce that winner on Friday, May 30th. If you don't know how to do a super thanks, if you're on your phone, if you're watching one of our videos, it's literally what this is going to look like right underneath the subscribe button. You click that super thanks, though. I don't know who took this screenshot, but they better hit that sub button. And then also, if you're on your desktop, you can hit those 3 little buttons over there. It's going to give you a drop-down menu, and then you click that super thanks button. That's, again, I know people are busy. I know that people don't always have the opportunity to watch our live shows, but I want to give those people still more an opportunity to win an Ashton Genty jersey for $5. Coming up next here on the show, I'm ranking the UDFAs that I am the most excited to watch. These are my personal rankings. They're not going to align with everybody's rankings out there, but I think that a lot of people are also going to be watching these UDFAs very, very closely. So I just want to go through these a little bit quicker. From 15 all the way down, Zachary Franklin's not a receiver that I think makes this squad, and we drafted 3 wide receivers. Parker Clements, Jared Hufford. I'm really confident in our offensive line. I still want to see what those guys look like. Haj Malik Williams, this would go up higher if you told me that they're using him in special teams. Quarterback-wise, he's not better than Cam. He's not better than Aiden. Hudson Clark going to have some special teams value then. From 10 all the way down to 6, Anthony Booker's a monster of a human being. Carter Runyon, good tight end prospect. Mac Jones, John Humphrey, a little bit more of like a nickel corner. Jones, a lot of competition at linebacker. Trevin Mahe, from an athletic standpoint, is, again, like 94th percentile of all defensive tackle prospects. And then 5 all the way down to 1, Pat Conroy, 99 percentile from athletes at the tight end position. Played a little bit of fullback as well. I think Ja Joyner has the best chance to make this squad. Jalen Walker, I do think, also is an interesting special teams linebacker prospect. Greedy Vance, because he plays in the nickel, and that's a position that I want to be able to upgrade on. And then Mello Dotson, somebody that I thought could honestly end up getting drafted, also had the most pick sixes at the University of Kansas. Not somebody I think that plays in the nickel, but because he's got that competitive nature, those are how I'm going to be ranking the UDFAs that I'm going to be watching at rookie minicamp. If you don't already know, I want people to always hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever the hell you want to call it, at Mitchell Renz 365, and I say that simply because it also gives me the opportunity to meet a lot of the people and see the faces of the people that love and support this show. So something really cool happened last week, and my dad, when he was at work, he ran into a Raider fan. Shout out to Brandon from the 570, and he's like, yo, are you Papa Renz? And my dad's like, yeah, I'm Papa Renz. And then he opened up his work jacket and was like, look, I'm rocking the Raiders. I love the Raiders report. I love what your son does. And then I got a really cool picture from the Northeast PA group. And for those that don't know, I'm from the 570. I'm a central Pennsylvania kid, Amish country. Shout out to Danville, Pennsylvania. Like, that's where I'm from. So I'm telling y'all, to the NEPA guys, when I pull back up to the 570, I'm going to come have some beers. We're going to go get some food wherever you guys are partying. Just let me buy a few rounds. But that's why I want y'all to follow me on IG. And I only say that again simply because of it helps me get to know the people that watch this show, and it also helps me also answer some questions that I can't get to on live. So one more time here are the Raiders rookies to watch at minicamp. Cam Miller, Caleb Rogers, Charles Grant, based on how excited I am to watch them. Tonka Hemingway, J.J. Pegues, Dante Thornton Jr., and then my top 5, Cody Lindenberg, Tommy Mellott, Jack Besh, Darian Porter, and Ashton Genty. And for a friendly reminder, one more time here, the Raiders rookie minicamp news that you need to know was that it begins when you see this video. It'll be going out today, and it's going to be going until Sunday. But if you also want to know something that Chuggs and I are going to be doing, we're going to be doing a Madden season, and it's going to start May 16th. And it's going to be a lot more live shows in the offseason. We're going to be doing these Madden Sims on Monday and on Friday. Don't worry. I'm still going to be live every Tuesday, every Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And those are going to be shows that are just going to be a little bit more of, just the content that we provide. The craziness is going to happen on Friday. Mondays, we're going to get after it as well. But I'm just a normal Raiders fan that can't wait for this season to end up happening. And I love being able to do Madden Sims because, again, you got to be a sicko to watch the Raiders report in May, June, and July. But you know what? That's people that I would consider real ones, and real ones are people that support this show. I have also been told that I owe a boot. And for the first time ever, I am going to do a boot in the middle of a Raiders report cut. So if you're not watching this live and you're like, why the hell is this guy doing a boot? Thursday's happy hour. I like to have a good time. I like to go back to my Oakland roots back there at tailgating. So I'm going to knock back a boot here. And if this doesn't give you a reason why you should watch the Raiders report on a Thursday, then quite frankly, I don't know what will. Oh, my God. Chuggs does it so much better. Subscribe. Turn on your noties. Pull up for our live shows. Rebel, I love you. Oh, man. I got to go pee. I got to go take a tinkle. Chuggs, who you got in this series, Knicks or Celtics? You're a betting man. Whoever you pick, we're putting $20 on it. If you pick the Celtics and they win, I'll owe you $20. If you pick the Knicks and they win, I'll give you $20.
All right.
What did I say? Did I get it wrong? You said that way too easy.
Yeah, you said whatever team wins, you'll just give me $20.
All right, so if you pick the Knicks,
I'll take the first deal. Whatever team I pick, you just give me $20.
All right, that's the boot
Sounds like a great deal to me.
It sounds too good of a deal to be true. All right, so if you pick the Knicks and they win, I'll give you 20. But if the Celtics win, you owe me 20.
Nah.
Nah.
I like the first one. You're negotiating a bad deal. You already gave me the best deal possible. You said either team, if I just pick the winner, I just get $20. I'll take that deal. I'll pick the Celtics, game 3. Anyone but the Celtics. We have a lot of C's coming in from King Javier Cedino. And while Mitch is gone, you can go ahead and get your answers in. But I also want to throw everybody's super chat that helped us get to our goal of 15 super chats. The reason why Mitch took down that boot. Bry Nation started us off. Brandon Chuggs, how can I get the Madden fade? Talking about like playing me in Madden? Possibly. My PlayStation username is JewEagle96. So if you want to hit me up, do so. You can add me on PlayStation. Night Devil, let's. I think that's part of a. Oh, he said, let's get a little wild. Raider Nation for life. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. James just wanted to support the show while I'm eating lunch. Hell yeah, James. And by the way, all y'all are in for the Ashton Jeanty jersey raffle at the end of the month as well. Every $5 super chat or super thanks, you get a raffle ticket in for the Jeanty jersey. Jonathan Samee. Jeanty, 1569 total yards. Off topic, best advice for my son who plays/loves baseball to keep him going. I played baseball only for a couple years. I'll throw this, Jonathan, remind me whenever Mitch gets back to throw this one back up. I'll throw it back up. He'll probably have some better advice. Eye on the ball. And I would say perfect your craft. Those are my two. Mitch probably has better advice, though. Keep it up. Keep it up, though. B.A. Marcus Frey. Yo, Mitch, I sent you a design of a shirt that I'm making to your IG, and I wanted to know if you wanted one, take a look and let me know I got you. All right. B.A. Marcus Frey, I'll let him know. I'll tell him to check his IG. Kobsak, Dong, long name, $5 super chat. Thank you for the super chat. And Bry Nation, how do I get in the Ashton Jeanty jersey raffle? Bry, you're already in. You're already in, man. You're already in. And Steven Gutierrez says, Chuggs, let's play Texans versus Raiders Madden Sim. You want to play or do you want to sim it? We're going to sim the Texans versus the Raiders. We'll see how that goes. But I'm down to play as well. I've been on Marvel Rivals. I forgot who I was telling before. I did finally get Lord with Namor. I know half y'all don't even know a single word that I just said about that, but whoever I was telling about earlier, I've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals. I don't know who I was telling. I finally reached Lord with Namor. Great day. Great day. Reminder, coming up on the showgram, we've got one more segment. Some draft intel leaked by ESPN. Raider Prime, someone's cracked. One more segment, and then we have one more thing we got to do for our huge announcement. Chuggs needs a bobblehead toy. I'm down. Chuggs, we got to run it. Evil Mitch, I told you, add me. JewEagle96 on PlayStation Network. Almost Lord Bucky. That's legit. Richard Renz is in the chat. Richie, we were just showing your picture. We were just showing your picture on the job site. I almost have 7 Lords. Evil Mitch, that's insane. That's insane. The next closest that I have is Invisible Woman and Groot, are the next 2 that I have closest. Jacob, yeah, those Dallas Stars are insane right now. Mikko Rantanen playing out of his mind. 2 hat tricks in the playoffs, 2. Nuts. Steven said, Chuggs, let's play you Texans versus me Raiders. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down for that, Steven Gutierrez. Just let me know. My boss is watching, and he said, just want to make sure. You said JewEagle96? That is my name. I made it whenever I was in middle school. So, yeah, that's my name. Don't wear it out.
Also, it is now officially official. The Raiders have signed quarterback Cam Miller to his rookie deal. So 1 out of 11 done. I'm going to be honest with y'all. That last boot kind of did me a little bit dirty. So here's going to be my proposition.
I do have some bad news for you, Mitch.
I'm listening.
Because the last step is we do need one more boot.
Oh, shit, dude. All right, well, then here's what's going to happen. We're going to film that other segment tomorrow. Let's just film it tomorrow, Friday. Totally fine. That way they don't know about it. Sorry. You guys will find out later. And we just turn this into a shit show because that's a shit show.
I mean, we could do the segment first and then.
I'm going to be honest. I don't really want to do it today. I'm kind of hurting. That last boot really kicked my ass. And I haven't done a boot. I just haven't done one in a while. I'm telling you right now, you all are going to see an interesting side of me today. So we're going to do this. I'm going to answer questions for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Put 30 minutes on the clock.
Hi.
I'm going to answer questions for 30 minutes, mailbag style, Thursday happy hour style. And then tomorrow, we just got to film that extra video, and we'll be good. I think that's, to just be honest, the better way to do it. It's the only way possible to do it. Because, yeah, that last boot, it hit me a little bit. Which, did we do the, so who'd you take, the Knicks or the Celtics?
Celtics.
So you took the Celtics.
To win game 3.
No.
That's what you said, to win the next game.
No, the series.
No, you said the next game.
No chance.
You said the next game, brother.
All right, series. Who's going to win the series? Celtics or Knicks?
Oh, in that case, I'll take the Nets.
Okay. So if the Knicks win.
You owe me $20.
If they don't, though, you owe me $20.
That was not our original deal.
Ah, dude, I don't know.
That was not the original deal.
Chuggs right now in his head is sitting there like SpongeBob. This is you right now. You're that picture with this debate.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Johnny.
What?
I told Jonathan that I would throw up his super once you got done throwing up. Jonathan, Ginty, which he just talks about his prediction for his yards, but then he wants you to give his son the best advice for a young kid who plays baseball.
Oh, boy. My dad would probably say this, and it's muscle memory. And I can remember when I was growing up as a kid, like, I'm not kidding you, my dad and I, we would play catch all the time in our living room. And it was always about, like, work on your technique. And I think baseball is one of those really, really frustrating games that you always just got to go back to, like, your roots, and you always got to go back to, like, what got you there. And having really good technique in baseball, I think, is super critical because, you know, I think a guy like Dustin Pedroia proves that you don't have to be the biggest guy, but if you can get the bat to the ball and you can get everything else moving in the right direction, obviously you got to be a great athlete, right? Like Jose Altuve, you got to be a great athlete. But baseball, I think, is so much about, like, having proper technique, using your body, whether you're a hitter or a pitcher. But, I mean, again, I didn't throw hard, but I was a good pitcher in college because I could locate and I could throw 4 or 5 different pitches for a strike. And I'll always go back and I'll say it's, I think, because I had good muscle memory. I knew exactly how my body needed to move. And when I pitched, I would say that all my delivery was always very similar. Again, I threw 85 miles an hour, right? But I think when people watch me pitch, they're like, oh, I can hit this kid. But 85 goes by you really quick when you can mix and match some of your stuff. So baseball is a frustrating game. I'll tell you that. Be patient. Muscle memory and patience. But, Jonathan, I appreciate you, man. I know you're always watching this
And
stream.
Richie, I know you're in the chat. You were a dad of a baseball player. If you have any tips for Jonathan, let him know.
Richie played for the Mets. Kind of. No, actually, one of the coolest things that my dad owns, he has the letter from the St. Louis Cardinals and the New York Mets, and it says, Richie, like, we'd invite you to come play, but suffered a pretty wicked knee injury back in the day. All right.
Like father, like son.
Oh, his was way worse than mine. His kneecap was in his foot.
Oh, my God.
Like, think about what's attached to your kneecap. If it's gone, it slides down in your foot.
Damn.
Horrific, dude. It's horrific. All right, man, we got 765 people in the building. I did lie when I started this show. I said we were going to do a third segment. It's not going to happen. I'm going to answer questions. Hashtag Raiders Super Chat.
Sir Chai.
What up, Sir Chai? Mitch, people really thought Brady and Shador were beefing. They're still cool. Also, thoughts on Dalton Wagner, Sam Webb future. Jadeveon Clowney is available. Sir Chai, I am on the board for Jadeveon Clowney. Either rewind on this live show or wait until I put it out after live today. Sam Webb is long in terms of like 6'2", 195. I just don't know if he's athletically gifted enough, honestly, to get on the field. Good practice squad player. Dalton Wagner is in with the offensive lineman that's important to be in with. I would say like the Colton Miller group. But unfortunately, I don't really think that he's going to make the squad again. Good practice squad guy. Brady and Shador thing, I think the people that are still talking about Brady and Shador are the people that know that when you put Tom Brady and Shador Sanders in a title, the general public that doesn't actually want football content is going to watch it. Like, I'm not talking about Brady and Shador on this channel because I don't think Raiders fans give a shit about Brady and Shador. It was, they didn't want him, they passed on him. That's like, to me, like, that's the end of the story. I don't know. Not into it. All right, y'all, we are one boot away from revealing our huge announcement, which I don't even know if it's a good idea to do the
for
boot.
one more boot, we just need two bangs. Two bangs to get to this boot.
How about that? How about 2 bangs? I'll just do normal because the boot's a different animal. Different animal. 2 bangs, and we got a boot. And I got to tell you what it is. 2 bangs, and I got to tell you what it is. Yeah, again, they passed. That's okay, though. Like to me, again, I know there's a lot of Raiders fans that are frustrated with past regimes, and you have every right to be. I have every right to be, right? The draft has not been a good thing for the Raiders. But Pete Carroll has had success. John Spytek has had success. And there's even been times like this offseason, like the Devin White signing, I think is a perfect example of this, where like there's times, so many times when I get done doing a show, and I'm a very emotional person. Y'all know that. Like, I'll get done doing a show, and I'll go back, and I'm like, nah, you know what? I got to trust Pete. Like, I got to trust John. Like, these are guys that I do have a lot of faith in. And then I sit there, and I'm like, well, he does know Devin White. He used the term resurgence, and I do think Spytek is a very smart guy. The amount of tricks that he played leading up until the draft, teaser, that's what the other show was going to be about. Like, I think that these are 2 really good football minds, and they are, very great at, like, Spytek, I think, is kind of nerdy, but you can tell, dude's smart. Dude knows ball. And Pete obviously knows football, but, dude, Pete's like you can't not love being around Pete Carroll. And I think when you marry them together, and then you add a very well-respected mind in Chip Kelly and a very well-respected mind in Patrick Graham, like, this coaching staff is really good to me. And I do, like, I'll sit here and I'll ask Raiders fans here. We got almost 800 people. Would you rather the current Raiders staff that we have, front office, head coaches, coordinators, type 1, or Ben Johnson and whatever else he would have brought, type 2? Because, like, I'm somebody where, like, legitimately, I've seen the way that this process has gone, and I know I wanted Ben Johnson. Dude, like, I wanted Ben Johnson, and I still think maybe I would stick with that answer. But at the same time, we're talking about it because that's how much we like this new regime. That's wild, dude. Holy shit, man. Fabian!
Oh, my gosh.
Moreno! Bang! Bang! Oh, my God. Did you hear that? The Celtics missed another wide open 3, dude. Night Devil. Holy freaking shit, man. I'll tell you this. Fabian, I'm not kidding you. I was literally talking about you the other day to Alex, which we had our anniversary dinner last night. Was it last night? What's today? Today's Thursday. Anniversary dinner Tuesday.
Yeah, I was about to say it was during live.
Yeah, and we were just kind of like, talking about work. We obviously do that. And I was like, dude, there's this guy at work. He's been on a heater. Night Devil goes by Fabian Moreno. Bottom line is we do talk about y'all outside of work. I hope you know that. And you're definitely somebody on my anniversary who's on my mind. Kind of wild.
Mitch, I might be tripping.
No, you're sitting
you
down.
That.
That's going to be tough.
You can do that first. James said he sent in a chat. I'm trying to get it up on screen, but I literally just don't see it.
Who?
James.
Yeah, like a chat or like a super chat?
He said the super chats were bugging for him. I think it just might be bugging all together. I literally don't see any chats from him.
Yeah, Yodes, I'm sorry. You're not popping up. Is it? I would say switch your YouTube account. Try like a different one. Try a different one. All right, y'all. We got 780 people here in the building. I'll say this because Night Devil, Cast Joey, we got a lot of awesome legends in this channel. I'm gonna add $100 to the duck race.
Wow.
We're gonna add 100 bones here to the duck race. So that means 20 to win 260, 20 to win 360. 20 to win 360. If you want to get in, $20 Venmo at Mitchell Renz 365.
We're officially there. We're officially there.
Ooh, that's right.
James just said, I can ask you the question.
Okay.
He said, I interviewed Mitch for this job almost 8 years ago, and Richie still hasn't followed me back on Twitter. Why? Sad.
Genuinely, I don't know if my dad's ever followed anybody. I bet you the people that he follows is the people that I followed for him when I made his Twitter account for him.
So you didn't follow James on his Twitter account.
I guess, yeah.
Sad.
Richie, the one that's an X. Black X, click on it. James Yoder, follow. This'll happen by June. Honestly, James, I guarantee you're going to have to get my dad's phone at the wedding. That's going to be the only way. Dad, come on, man. I believe in you. If you could send an email, you can do it. JJ Pegues has officially signed with the Raiders. 2 out of 11, baby. 2 out of 11. Come on, man.
All right. Who wants to hear it?
You guys want to hear the special big announcement? I'll tell you this. This is a pretty crazy thing, and I'm really, really excited to be able to talk about what we're going to talk about. And, we've been doing this show for a really, really long time, man. And from the people that subscribe back from, 1,000 subs, 10,000 subs, I think people look at a YouTube channel now that's got, almost 194,000 subs, and, they don't remember that, dude, I started out like a dude just talking about the Raiders with 2 people watching. And if you're a young person out there that's got a drive, and I mean, I'm talking Raiders Report drive. I want somebody that you're going to put in the time and the effort. Think about how hard Chuggs and I work. I want somebody that's going to work like that times 10. And we've been able to grow this chat sports company. And again, it's because a lot of the people that show us love on a daily basis, that show us, respect on a daily basis. But I think y'all do that because we put in the time, we put in the effort, we put in the energy. I give lots of shits for this team. I love the Raiders. I was not born a Raiders fan, but anybody that's been out to Oakland knows what being an Oakland Raiders fan's all about. And, I want that type of person. So I mean this. I am super excited to be able to tell y'all that we got some breaking news here on the Raiders Report, and it is we are hiring for another producer. I need somebody else. I am going to pay you to be able to come down here to Dallas. You're going to move. I need essentially another Chuggs. We need another one. The Raiders Report's been killing it, and every single year when this channel grows, my number one promise to all y'all, today's show is a great example of that. Venmos are wild. Super chats are crazy. They blow my mind on a constant basis, and I'm sure a lot of people that are watching, they blow your mind. We don't use any of the super chats. I don't use any of the Venmos. It doesn't go in my pocket. It always goes back to the nation. And I think you've all seen how much more, videos we've been able to create this year, the year before, and I hope that you always know I'm going to try to step it up. I am a competitive person. I think I have the mindset of a Max Crosby where, you always got to try to get 1% better. And I want somebody that helps the Raiders Report get 1% better. I'm looking for a great candidate. I want a Raiders fan. I want somebody that wants to pull up on Tuesday, Thursday, wants to stay late on a night because we got to cover some Raiders breaking news. If you're a Raiders content creator and you want to be a part of this, let's do it. I want somebody that brings the drive and the want for the Raiders that Raider Nation deserves.
K-Smooth.
It's going to be a great opportunity.
K-Smooth, good question. And the answer is yes. We are hiring multiple producers. We were just telling you all about the Raiders one, but we are hiring another producer in our Cincy office. We are hiring a couple other producers just for general chat sports needs.
Yes.
But we are hiring a Raiders-specific junior producer that I'll take under my wing. You'll learn under me for the next year, year and a half, until you're ready to take the ropes.
So there is some qualifications. There is a link right now in the live chat. You can look up chatsports.com/RaidersProducer, or you can also look up chatsports.com/MitchProducer.
We were going to do new Chuggs, but
I was like, dude, but at the same time, you're not going to be the new Chuggs, and I don't want it to be like that.
Yeah.
Where it's Jeremy's still going to be a big part of the show. Where, you know, if there's certain days breaking news, I'm going to have Jeremy here, but I also want Jeremy to be able to do, you know, his own thing in his own career. Like I want guys to be able to get up on screen.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah,
I'm
like
still
he's
going to be
here.
here.
You know, like
we just need
extra
help.
Like I want to be able to get out even more content. And I want it to be different content. Like one of the shows that I want to do this year, Look Behind the Curtain. I want Thursday Night Football to be a producer, and Jeremy and I are sitting on a couch and we're watching games, and legitimately, if there are Raiders fans that are subscribed to this channel and like there would be a meetup, like, you want to come watch the game with Chuggs and I? Like, let's do it. Like, I want this thing to go to another level, and I just need help to do it. Chuggs needs help, and we want to grow the family here. So, like, again, there's different ways that you can become a part of the process. We will do an interview process. There's going to be certain people, but, again, I think that this is going to be really cool. Like, if you're out there and you're like, bro, I got a Raiders Instagram page that's got 40,000 followers, I want you to apply. If you're somebody you got a Facebook page that's got 90,000 Facebook followers, I want you to apply. If you're a YouTube channel and you already got 10,000 YouTube subscribers, I want you to apply. I was not somebody that went through, I mean, I graduated from college, but that's not me. Like, I want somebody that brings it every day and can show me that you can live in this world, because this world's not an easy world to live in. What you got for me? As long as they have a green screen, they're good.
Wow. Careful.
Nah, Sam goes, they have to pass a background check. I mean, there's no background here, so we're good. I don't know exactly how the whole it's going to be a company-wide thing. You're going to get a chance to interview people. James will interview people. We're going to interview people. It depends. It depends. Nah, man, like, I know it's crazy, and I know not everybody has the ability, but we're going to do like it's going to be a long interview process, truly.
And
I hope zero.
a lot. I will say this.
I hope zero.
The new guy who we hire, they'll need to sing. And I see Justin Gonzalez. I see what you've been saying, and I did see Night Devil put it in for you, I believe, earlier as well.
Okay.
Emily's birthday, and he said, the only thing I want is for y'all to sing her happy birthday. So, we got you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Emily. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you guys so much for always watching the show and making it everything that, you know, it can be. Everything that it can be. Chatsports.com/RaidersProducer. Chatsports.com/RaidersProducer. Yeah, I mean, you know, this is, again, really, really cool opportunity for us to be able to grow. But, like, your name, your brand, who you are, like, you're going to grow. Like, I'm telling you. And it's not being arrogant. It's being, let's just be honest. Like, this is the most watched Raiders show in the entire world. And I want people to carry that with honor. And I hope that people that watch this show, like, you know, you're gonna want somebody that's really good at it.
You're going to like the way you look.
I hope. At least.
I guarantee it.
I'd guarantee it. Hootie kidding.
So,
Yo, we haven't seen Hootie Lord in a minute.
I'll say this. Anybody you know who is talented in producing, in social media, and anything like that, send them that link that I'm throwing into the comment section.
I'll tell you this, and I know there's a lot of people that make content out there. We're going to give you a good offer, I think. I think what we present is going to be a good offer to a lot of people that try to do this, and it's because I want the best of the best. The nation deserves the best of the best.
And I don't want anybody to get it
twisted
because we all love all of our viewers here on the Raiders Report. But it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy to get the job. It's not going to be easy once you get here. I don't want anybody to think it's going to be a walk in the park.
You're gonna work.
It's going to be any cake. It's going to be hard.
You're going to work.
Pause.
We're gonna put you to work, and that's what we're going to do. I'm telling you, it's weekends. We work a lot on the weekends. I mean, in my mind, if you're working less than 50 hours a week your first year as a newbie, that's not enough for me. And I would say that, to anybody that works here. First year, 50 hours less, that's not a good sign to me. Very transparent. All right, we got a few people getting in here for the duck race. Anthony Green, you're in. LCA, you're in. Zach Martin, you're in. James K, you are in. So $20 Venmo right now.
Jeremy Cole wants to know, is there a minimum time requirement for taking down a boot?
No, because there's one guy, it takes him 7 minutes to work here.
I would say a requirement, not that you have to finish a boot. You got to have fun. We're not going to have a stiff.
I would say you always just got to be down to get down. And I would honestly explain it. And if you need to talk to anybody that's like a surgeon or, somebody that's in the medical field where, guess what? There's definitely times, I know this might be crazy to y'all, that Jeremy and I don't feel like talking about the Raiders because we've done it all day. Breaking news happens. You better turn on that cap. You better be able to do it. And that's what it's about where, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are emergency doctors. You probably don't always feel like performing surgery, but when the job calls, you just got to do it. And I think that that's not an easy thing to be able to do every single day. So, damn it. Yeah, that's something I need, man. Yeah, you got to be able to do it. It's a job. But I love my job. And I don't want that to get twisted. And that can sometimes be a hard thing where people are you get paid to do it. I also did this for a while where we didn't get paid to do it. Now we have the ability to do that. And, it is a job now. So now it's not that I don't love talking about it. It's just now the work that you do impacts, how I put a roof over my head for Alex, for Chuck. I'm telling you, we're going to work. And if you got to be able to match it, it's not an easy work ethic. Again, I love Chuggs, but, he'll tell you, we work hard here. You got to be ready to do it.
Yeah. And see, Twisted Jester put, boots, fun, beer, Raiders, that's all part of the job. But that's about 50%.
Yeah, there's a lot, man.
There's
a lot. There's honestly a lot more technical stuff, which I'll be real. If we're doing technical power rankings here at Chat Sports, I'm 30-31, right? Luckily I've been able to work here for a while, so I get a lot of help. But I guess I need you to be nerdy. I need you to be YouTube nerdy. I need you to be a complete 5-tool player. That's what I'm going to look for, and I'm not going to settle for less. And you could be an OG watcher of the show. I think I got to treat this the way that I would treat the Raiders. And, there's a lot of Raiders players that I've met, like Brandon Parker, great human being. My job is to give you my honest opinion. And, yeah, we got to cut him. We got to move on from him, right? There's been players that I've met that are dude, you awesome, awesome human beings. But when I do this show, I am a professional. I try to give you guys my honest opinion. That's what we're going to look. That's what we're going to get.
Raider Man.
What up, Raider Man? I hope Geno shows up at rookie minicamp. I'm excited to see where he starts. I'm with you. I fully expect Geno Smith to be there, but if he's not there, I'm not going to totally knock him for it. It's one of those things. Maybe there's a lot more of agreement amongst other veterans. One thing that I heard before that will not ever leave me, that one of the veterans on our current team told me, was sometimes certain guys don't show up because they want one of their buddies to go get paid. And if you want one of your guys to get paid, when you do it in a group, it can be a little bit louder. Now, I expect Crosby to be there. I expect some of these guys to be there, but I I expect Geno Smith to be there. And I'm hoping that he's there because that's why you pay him when he's never played as a Raider. And I thought it was the right move. But you do those things because you expect your leader to show up. And I think he'll be there. What up, Noah? Hey, what did you guys think of my Genty challenge idea? Sorry, was busy. Honestly, I loved it. Like right now, it would be, so he said earlier, however many likes we get on a video represents the amount of rushing yards Genty's going to get. 702 rushing yards makes me nervous.
740, though.
740.
Not bad.
What up, aggressive master raider? The left arm, Genty. Right arm, aggressive. Just go ahead and get me a nameplate and put it next to Chuggs. Also, enter me. You in.
You're entered.
You, sir, are entered. 630 people watching. What up, Raider Ryan? Also, somebody asked, Venmo, $20 Venmo, Mitchell Renz 365. Right now, you would go home with, fitting, $420. What up, Raider Ryan? That's why you need to hire a Raiders fan.
I hear your point. I will also say, I guarantee you, every day, twice on Sunday, I produce circles around everybody in this chat. I'll build graphics 5 times as fast as you ever will. I don't care who we hire. I don't care what's said. I will be better at every aspect of the game than anybody that's hired ahead of me. So, Raider Ryan, I get it. I'm not born a Raiders fan. I wasn't a Raiders fan when I got hired. But I will say I'm the best man for the job. I'm the best guy here to do everything here for the Raiders Report. We need more help, but I will say, whoever we hire, get ready because I'm putting you through the ringer, and I guarantee you, it's going to be years before you even sniff where I'm at right now.
I'll tell you what, and there's a lot to sniff over there. No, but like, I want people, like, I'll also say this.
Raider Ryan, I'm just standing on business. I'm saying, I know, I get where you're saying. I'm just saying.
I'll say this.
Nobody does it like me.
I'll say this. I wasn't born a Raiders fan, and I think when you do what we do, like, I'm not going to hold it against somebody. It's not like I think there's different levels of being a fan. I want to be able to create a family atmosphere here, and I want to be able to hire somebody I think is the best for the job. I would like a Raiders fan, but again, like I think I hear you, but I also wasn't born a Raiders fan.
And I want somebody who hears what I just said and says, bet.
Let's go.
I want somebody who hears what I just said and says, bet. No way. No, I'm saying no way whoever we hire is going to be as good as me in a year, and I want you to prove me wrong.
I agree, though, and I think we are a honestly, I would say the atmosphere here at Chat Sports can be very, bro-y at times, but also at the exact same time, like, I think we're competitive people. Like when you get guys in sports, like, I love Marsh, but I want the Raiders sport to be better than Giants and Knicks. Guess what? And if he doesn't show up every day and it's like, I want to beat Raiders sport, then I don't know why you're working here, right? Like, and there's that, it's a genuine thing. Like, we all know at the end of the day, like, we're an awesome team. We have a lot of fun, but I think the hardest part about working at Chat Sports is you got to want to do it. You got to love to be able to do it. And it's very noticeable, very quick.
It's just like if you were a player for the Raiders. You loving the Raiders, that's good. That's, 2%, 3% of the job.
Yep.
What's the other 97%? Are you going to show up at 6 a.m.?
You're going to work.
Are you going to stay in here till 9 p.m.? Are you going to come in on your off day when the Raiders make a trade? Are you going to be able to, on your off day, Mitch hits you up, hey, I need X, Y, Z. Are you going to be available? Are you going to be ready?
You're going to work, and it's my biggest advice to anybody that's young trying to get in, honestly, the sports field. You're going to work. Chuggs versus 100 gorillas. Let's go. Please.
Oh, yeah, we did this.
Oh, okay. You guys did a great job because I didn't even know there was a piano man. It's all good, man.
Jeremy Cole?
How do you think Porter matches up against fast wide receivers like Xavier Worthy?
And if you're just now joining, yes, the breaking news is we are hiring a junior producer for the Raiders Report. Be kind of my mini-me.
See, do you get another one,
It's
joke?
a hard knock life.
I'll say this. When I watch Darian Porter, he does run routes he runs routes as a corner the way like a wide receiver would, and you could tell that he's pretty smart. Also, Cody Lindenberg, he just signed his deal.
James Jimenez says, you teach me your job, Chuggs, you'll want me on your Texan show. That'll be the goal, too. You'll be doing a lot of stuff. And if you're hired, you'll be doing Raider stuff
I mean, he
You're-
can
you're-
run with any guy. I honestly think that.
You'll need to
struggles
be Raiders focused, need to be all
flipping.
doing everything like that. But if there's breaking news on another channel, you best believe you better be in Slack and ready to go.
I mean, he shows like he's definitely only been playing for corner for 1 year. Like, that's my biggest fear, some of the technique. Like, he could probably get beat in the 5 and the 10 yards, but, I mean, he shouldn't get beat deep, you know. I mean, anybody can get beat deep in the NFL. But I fully anticipate a guy like Darian Porter. Again, he's just got to be able to learn. 1 year playing corner, and it looked good, man. Like, guys didn't throw his way. When you might look at his stats, you're like, but in corner, you know, I'm like, if nobody's throwing his way, 17 targets in 1 year. Again, it's Big Ten football, but, I mean, that's still really freaking impressive.
All
right. What up, Miggy? Cheers to Mitch and Chuggs. Big ups to Chuggs OG. Yeah, man, again, really, really cool opportunity we got. Chatsports.com/RaidersProducer. Somebody's going to have an opportunity, and we're going to get down. Let's go to, I think maybe we're all caught up.
We are all caught up.
Dude, legend.
Not a lot of Raiders questions either.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to send Chuggs. It's going to be our final call for the duck race. If you guys are down to party, we're doing from here on out bangs only, okay? Well, obviously, if you want to get in for the Genty, it's a $5 and ask me questions. But if y'all are trying to bang, I think I'm caught up. I'm going to be real. I have no idea. Where's Robert? Jansen. Am I good? Am I caught up? He's going to be like, you owe 1 bong and 5 boots from April 26th. That's what I'm going to get. That's what I'm going to get. What we got, Robert?
Oh, Travis Dampier says, what did the Julian Edelman hint mean? Means there's Mitch, there's me. We're looking for number 3.
Number 3. Also, I've just been talking about Edelman a shit ton because I'm a lot. But, yeah.
Dude, yeah.
I was thinking about doing a GIF of Pete Carroll because the Pete Carroll GIF hints that he was giving out on draft day, a lot of smoke screen. A lot of smoke screen there.
We do have one more super chat to get to. Which, of course.
What?
Just the thing. I need to reset it really quick.
Oh, I don't even know what you're talking about.
The new guy will.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this. It's something that I would like to be able to learn just so, like, I can help if I need to be able to help. But who has the time, you know? Who has the time?
Oh, Coop, what did we get? Coop!
What?
What did we get?
Jerry Watson. You, sir, are in.
Rebel, update on the special guest plus Wolves in 6.
Who's the special guest?
He's talking about our next interview. Any update on?
Oh, I got you. Honestly, the last thing, I don't know if I told, Tuesday is the plan, the 13th. Tuesday the 13th. He told me that his agent told me that he'll be available that date at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But their practice ends the 11th. And then there's a little bit of an unknown factor in terms of like what the schedule could potentially look like. But as of right now, it is scheduled for 4 p.m. Eastern time, Tuesday, May 13th.
And as I'm putting all these names in, I did realize B.A. Marcus Frey sent you a new shirt design. He super chatted that he sent you a new shirt design on IG.
Okay.
I don't know if he sent you a shirt design before, but
also,
he said,
can you add a name, Chris M, for me?
Yep.
He sent me a 5.
Yep,
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting. A new shirt design. What was the name?
B.A. Marcus Frey.
B.A. got that dope.
Well, that's his YouTube name. I don't know what his other name is.
What's
Big Luck says, can the new guy be named Gulp?
Nah, dude. I'll tell you what. Gulp would be wild. Not against it.
Jimmy Gulp.
Yeah, where do we go from there, though? What the hell? How do you follow up Gulp? Did I say J.J. Pegues signed his deal? I don't know if I did. I don't know if I did. All right, y'all. Final call to get in this duck race.
These tweets that the rookies are signing their deals is
Breaking news.
really annoying.
No, I hear you. All right, let me see. Jerry, you're the last guy I got in. So, Chuggs, I'm going to send you this list. Dude, this duck race is about to be electric. Somebody's going to go home with 430 bucks.
Damn.
430 bucks. About to go down. This is going to be legit. I'm excited.
Too legit. Too legit to quit.
Oh, wait. Can you add one for me? It's Jerry Kester.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jerry, I don't know if you know this or not, Jerry. You sent me one. He's like, bro, I know. Jerry sent me one on May 6th. And, Jerry, I already put you in for that from that May 6th one. So, technically, you have two.
All right.
All right, so this is 20 to win, 440. 20 to win, 440. This is going to be legit. I need a good race, though. We got 570 people watching. Shout out to the 570. Shout out to the 570.
I was just going to do classic.
El Clasico. All right. Let's do it.
Sometimes you got to get back to your roots.
Hey, I feel that. Here we go. Somebody's going home with $440.
Mikey Jit, will we get free Panda supplies? I will say, Mitch has given me some free Panda stuff before. It's not a given, but.
Yeah, I mean, I might get you a Ninja Creamy. Not bad. It's not bad. You do get a 401k.
Yeah.
Health benefits.
Lunch.
Free lunch. Get to hang out with Chuggs. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Dude, yeah. You get to be scolded by me when you mess up.
Yeah, that's going to be weird. But I'm going to be honest. I'm probably not going to be the mean guy all that often. I'll probably let Chuggs be the mean guy. Cast Joey. Oh, dude, I hope Cast Joey wins.
Thank you.
What?
I said thank you.
I mean, you're more qualified to be the mean guy. I'll say this. I don't get mad often, but when I do, send them in. You know what I'm saying?
I drink Dos Equis.
Come on, Zach Martin. Josh McDaniels.
Darian
a.k.a.
Schofield
Fabian.
just got yeeted in the back.
Yeah, I don't know what any of that means, but I'll tell you what. Matt's clearly the odd one here. Oh, he's dropping back. I don't know if anybody wants this race, quite frankly. Anthony Green. Anthony Green. There's nobody that I honestly don't think anybody's ever won more races than Anthony
Antoheen Green.
I think he's cracked the code. What if he sits there and he's like, all right, today's May 8th, divided by the Raiders' first round pick equals I got to be the 26th duck in this race. Bro.
Wow. Antoheen Green.
I mean, it's quite frankly unbelievable. I don't know how many times Anthony's won. If I had to guess off the top of my head, 8 or 9 times. I mean, that's a lot, dude. Anthony Green's going to be able to retire someday. How'd you do it? Duck races.
All right, this is how I'm going to leave you. Because we do have our Warriors stream on later tonight, which
Yep.
I'm actually going to message Smitty if he's scheduled yet.
Yep.
Let me know who you got.
All right, I'm going to make my final deal tonight. And, again, I'm pretty cooked, which you guys can already tell, and I don't really need any more drinks, no doubt about it. But our Warriors guy, he's feeling a little bit down, okay? He's feeling a little bit down. Steph's not in this game. He's got a deal tonight, and this is why I want to tell y'all. $100 Venmo. You get a Steph Curry jersey over on his channel tonight. That's the deal. I want y'all to go rock with him. I want y'all to have a good time. I'm telling you this. If we get 10 bangs on that Warriors channel, if we have to give away 10 Steph Curry jerseys, I'm going to pull up for Warriors Game 3 on the live show. That's my last deal. I think I'm cooked for tonight.
Tonight's Game 2.
What's tonight?
Game 2.
Yeah, Game 2. I said I'll pull it for Game 3.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant you were going to pull up tonight, and I was like, tonight's Game 2.
No. Tonight, we're already at that.
And
Smitty
point. Did want to come in and say a couple words. So he's going to come in a couple seconds.
I was going to say, I legit don't see him. He's not here. He's not here. Though, I'm really hoping the Warriors can get a dub.
Here's our Warriors stream if you want to open it up in another tab or go check it out.
If you're Golden State, this legitimately, I think this is the most important game of the series because if you win in your head, then you're like, Steph doesn't have to play the next 2 games.
We're good.
Like, I think that's you got to give him. If you got to give him that extra few 5, I mean, hamstrings are wicked, dude. What do we got here, Smitty? Why should people tune in, Smitty? Come on.
Listen, people should tune in to Warriors tonight for Game 2 against the Timberwolves because it's gritty over there, all right? We don't have Steph Curry anymore for this matchup. Hamstring, it's going to be tricky, and it's going to be tricky to score points for them. It's going to be an electric atmosphere. I'm going to be yelling a ton because it's probably going to be a struggle to put the ball in the basket.
Can we get a little preview of your Warriors song?
I don't know if does anybody in the chat right now know the Warriors song that I like to sing at Warriors today? It goes a little something like, "Oh, I love the Warriors. Oh, I love the Warriors. Let's go, Dubs!
Come on. Dude, I'm
Join
fired
us
up.
7 o'clock Central, 5 Pacific.
Uh-oh. That's
5
pretty
specific.
That's specifically at that time. Specifically at that time. All right. I'm getting on out of here. Though, Anthony, can you confirm to everybody in the chat that you did receive $440? I don't know if he's already done it. I hope that he did. Usually, Anthony's been here, done that. He usually says congrats before we even do it.
I don't think he actually ever spends any of his own money. He just is like going from duck race earnings in the past.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Sheffy, I know you. I see you in
Sheffy.
here. Mount Raidermore. Anthony Green says he got it. If anybody wants, we're about to head out, but I just put the link in there. If you want to open it up, save it for later. He's going to be going live in about an hour and a half. Go check it out. Warriors Live.
$100 Venmo Steph Curry jerseys.
There you go.
Bro, that's an unbelievable deal.
There you
In all
go.
honesty, it's an unbelievable deal. We get 10. I'm pulling up for Game 3.
Let's go.
Peace out to all y'all. Fabian Moreno, Cass Joey, crazy mother effers. I'll see you guys Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Pacific with a special guest.